pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All three commissioners are in today. Miranda's here. County attorney will be in shortly. One person in the gallery. Start with board minutes from meeting on July 21st.
I make a motion that we accept the board minutes from July 21st, 2026.
I'll second it. Public comment. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Moving to correspondence here. First one here is from MDOT. Letting us know if they've published their final version for 2026-2030 statewide transportation improvement program. I think we got this when we were at the Mako meeting, weren't we? The only project we had was 348. And we're like at 2030 or 2028. It's all one.
Yeah, so it's all pertaining to the same thing.
The next here is for some letters from employees wanting us to change our decision on bi-monthly to just monthly again, which we've already your decision on that. In my mind, I mean, if you guys want, we can put it on the agenda again, but move on from it. This next one is from Joanne from Mako. Letting us know that the Mako Healthcare Trust has entered into agreement with Actuaries Northwest, a one digital company, a few years ago to provide services to meet GASB Statement 75, other post-employment benefits, and just wanted us to know that it still exists if we choose to enter this year too. I don't know, do you know? You can probably talk more, I'm sure more aware of what it is in the community for sure. Did we enter into it last year?
And so this right here is, when there has to be a federal inspection on payroll or something, I'm thinking that the Mako, instead of Granite County having to pay for it, it is, that they can provide the actuary for auditing that. And I think it's the federal stuff on the payroll.
Okay. So it's just a company that,
Yeah, it's just-
a third party that comes in to help us on that.
Yeah, and I did this, they would have notified Sarah because they would go through her on, members with fewer than 100 employees. So unless they talked about this when they met with us in to go over our. So it's just
March or whatever.
confirming, yeah.
That's it for correspondence. Any public comment for correspondence?
Justine Richmond, my comment is in regard to the employees' concerns about switching the payroll. Is there an additional cost to shift from monthly to semi? If so, what's the justification for that cost? As well as what's the justification for going against the results of the survey?
So there is no extra cost on payroll, and the justification for us going to semi-monthly was for moving forward with hiring and people like that, where if you're on monthly, you get hired, you're 2 months without a paycheck. So this way, if we're on semi-monthly, you're only out like a month before you get your first paycheck. So when we move forward in our hiring process, we'll hopefully get more applicants when jobs come available. And that was kind of my justification of why we went semi-monthly.
So that would be at the expense of your current employees for future employees. So you're trying to benefit the future employees over the current employees is what that sounds like. Additionally, when payroll is processed twice per month as opposed to once per month, there is an additional cost. So the county must be an anomaly in that, and that there's no additional cost.
Thank you for your comments. Any other public comment? So I have, Cameron Rader called me yesterday morning to give me an update on the fires around the county. So the one, I think they call it the Stony Fire, that's back there in Colquitt, up the Scout Grove. They have, lost some manpower on that one. They got a line all the way around it. They're fighting that one hard to keep that one contained. The other one, I think they call it the Moose Fire, that's out in the South Fork or Ross's Fork up there by Medicine Lake, wet zone. It's like up to, as of yesterday, it was up to 200 acres. And they're looking at getting an incident tree command in on that to kind of monitor it, but with the rugged terrain and I mean, they'd have to put a lot of people on there and it's pretty dangerous back in that country. So as of right now, they're just monitoring that fire. So it's the update for fires, I guess, that Cameron told me yesterday about. And then there is a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. See what he sent me this morning. So there's a meeting tonight at 6 for in briefing of the fire at the Forest Service at 6. So if anyone wants to know about the fire, they go to that.
Yeah, he's saying they're dropping, smoke jumpers into Moose.
Yeah. He did say there was one crew of smoke jumpers that are in there now.
72 acres, like you said.
Well, he said 200 acres yesterday is what that moose one was.
Yeah, this one, it might have jumped last night, cause it was 13 hours ago when they said this.
Oh,
I was just looking on there, see where they were sitting and what. You got a great big article in here.
do they? Probably there wasn't more fires after that lightning storm came through. I only had 2 of them. So far,
That's the thing, they'll sit there and
smolder for,
tell it, get this wind coming. I think they had wind watch at the end of the day.
did that. You know, Saturday and Sunday, they were flying a chopper over my house to go to that Coal Creek one with a bucket. They're dumping water on it. Any other public comment?
Is this open public comment?
Yep, go ahead.
I didn't, Justine Richmond, I didn't hear an answer to my question about why the survey from the employees was disregarded.
It wasn't disregarded. Just pretty equal right across the board.
I think,
It wasn't like it was 35-5. One way.
did you read what they just provided? Because it actually did show that.
Apparently you must have got a different survey than we did.
Regardless, the survey result was that a majority of the employees did want to maintain the existing payroll schedule. So what would be the justification for going against that? And then, oh, you know, what
We
would
said
be,
we would take the survey. We didn't say if the survey was the final answer.
what's the point of the survey then?
Go ahead, Blanche.
It's a
What
fair
happened
question.
was, is we brought this to the attention of what we might do, and it was the employees who asked for the survey. And the survey came back, and there was 9 that didn't care, but if they could do semi, there was 2 out of that 9 per semi that would choose their first choice. So the monthly was 20 and the semi-monthly was 16, so adding the monthly to, let's see, so 16, 17, 18,
18-20.
yeah, 18 with. So it turned out that there was 9 that didn't care, but of those 9, there was 3 that actually wanted semi-monthly. So it was actually pretty balanced in the case that what to choose. And the reason it was chosen for semi-monthly is not for future employees. It's for our current employees and future employees. And we do realize that, and I know this for a fact because I've been paid monthly forever and I'm used to it. But it was something that to get used to. And our survey is saying that they don't want to make changes to their portion of where they pay their bills and stuff. So it was pretty equal.
So the notes that they added are, I think
So they rewrote us letters saying that they were disappointed and they wanted it, but the count, I see where they got 2 different counts on here. I don't know where those came from.
I believe it indicates 36 then.
I know, I don't know where that 36 came from.
Maybe take a look at it. Check it out.
We already.
Fair enough.
We
made our
already did the
decision
survey.
on
This
moving on.
is not a resurvey. This was letters from the employees, and all of a sudden there's a different count. So I don't know where that different count came from. They didn't resurvey, there was no resurvey requested.
But it does indicate where that count came from. In their notes, it
Well-
does indicate that.
We're sticking with our decision and that's what we're staying with, so thank you.
And that's just explaining what this, to you, what this was. And why the decision came up to do it semi-monthly. And I see these letters and I understand that people,
All right, we'll move into our 9:15 agenda item, weekly report on road and bridge.
Well, we'll start with Rock Creek. I went down there last Tuesday or during the meeting there, met with them. The contractors were there, MEC was there. There's quite a few of us. Sam and I went together. They're gonna try to figure out what to do, but I think they're gonna have to cut that in the middle and then lay it out to the edge of the road. Cause what's there now it'll never last. The traffic's so bad down there, it's starting to roll up already. And the guy from MEC, he was really good on it, like contractor said, well, he was pretty much saying, well, listen, look at the road. I said, well, I know, but now you.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You
You
don't
know,
mind talking louder?
come up,
Come up, sit closer.
anyway, so he was, they're gonna sit down and they're gonna have a meeting, they'll get back with us, but something will be done and took care of, cause it's starting to break.
Yeah.
And it looks like two different asphalts. There's smooth stuff and then there's marble, like three-quarter. I don't know, I dug some out with them but we'll get it took care of, which they don't worry. The contractor is going back and trying to figure out but they're gonna have to, it's happened, some of the holes, they filled them and then left the other half empty.
Right.
So, you know what I do with it. If we hook it with the snow plow,
That's gonna pull it up.
Henderson Creek, yes, they had some calls and stuff, but they're working today, I just talked to Jerry Coon, he was in here. And they were down quite a ways already with mag, we're gonna have to get some more mag. It's just they're hauling way more out of there than we ever have, cause they're hauling it down to the lagoon. And when I talked to the engineer, he said, once we get it figured out, we'll sit down and see if they can help us on it. So that's another, just kind of waiting to see after, probably tomorrow they'll be done there and then we'll move on with that. The other one was the East Fork Road. Sam brought to attention that them cement trucks come in the back way and they're coming out. He said they're just killing that road.
On by Denton's Point.
Yeah, he said that's where they're filling them holes in there, but he said that cement trucks are just, yeah. I don't know, we gotta figure out something, see if they'll help us with it and the Con Deer Lodge or whatever.
Yeah, Anaconda Deer Lodge side of that road is destroyed too. I was up there a couple weeks ago after those signs, so.
Other than that, they're just waiting and John Buckbaum brought up that cattle guard again yesterday up in Maxville. We might just have to I'll talk to Sam a little more after today or tomorrow and see if they have time. If not, we might have to try to, John said he'd help.
Yeah.
Last week cattle guard, we took them out there.
Morning, Blaine, how are you?
Good.
so may I go back? One thing to this, request these letters from, the employees. I'm wondering if it should be on the agenda again, or do you feel that,
I mean, we made our decision. My feelings.
okay, I would just. Cause I know when we passed it and I did agree, and now with these letters. But
It's almost 50-50. The people that don't want it, it's because they need to move the majority of them wanted to move because they had to move their stuff around. The other ones, the other 50% or almost 50,
okay,
wanted bi-weekly because they needed the money.
Well, I'm just
Like,
wondering if, because this was correspondence, then that would just be something that we'd have to put on the agenda again because we got dispute from the,
I'll let the chair or two of you
Okay.
want it, if two of you want it, you can.
okay,
Okay, back on the road stuff there, they hit there, they were patching Maxville too, they were filling potholes. I never did hear if they got, are they gonna get any more cold patch? I didn't
I
ask
haven't.
Steve yesterday.
yeah, I tried Steve yesterday, couldn't get a hold of him, I'm trying to get today.
He was supposed to know Thursday or yesterday, he told me that they were gonna call him back and then, he said they had both.
Yeah, so we get bulk instead of the bags.
And then.
So they
That
do-
approach on.
they do have the product and we can get it, right?
Well, that's what we're waiting to see, supposedly they do have, and it come from Washington too, so. This is somebody else, that I don't know, until Steve was gonna find out more and let us know, but he was waiting on the guy to call back.
Would he be in the shop now, do you think, where you could give him a call?
There, he's out
They're
there.
out, coming out,
Oh,
running one.
okay.
trying at lunch here after we get,
That approach up Rock Creek, I looked at it,
oh yeah,
that's gonna be pretty good. They're gonna have to put a bigger culvert. They got it marked in that, but they're gonna have to make sure and locate it. And when it comes off the road, it's probably 6 feet there, drops down. So they're gonna have to try to build it up, but that water settles down on this end and it could come back. So they're gonna have to have a decent, bigger culvert than the 24 there, just in case.
okay.
So
And
I put that in the Crossman.
Okay,
From
yeah,
the-
I haven't looked at.
Okay.
And I tried calling him, I talked to his son-in-law, and the guy was gonna call me, and I might have missed, I don't know, he was gonna get a hold of me, but it's gonna be a major
Big one.
approach. And then they're gonna build a house back in there, they call it a subdivision, it's the same lot, but the guy, the kid didn't know a lot.
Right.
So,
I guess, so, Rich, when you came in, we were talking about, Montana Civil or whoever it was that bought S&N. They're taking their cement trucks through Georgetown to get these work now, and that's what's blowing the asphalt road out so bad. So is there any ways we can
Yeah, I mean,
throw some money for the road?
yeah, we talked about other issues with haul trucks causing so much,
Damage?
yeah, with the, stirring up dust and other stuff, so yeah, you can require an agreement where that's resolved all those issues.
So is this like Shore Road that they're coming across?
No, it's,
The other,
going around Den's, I can't remember what
okay,
it's called.
oh, okay,
So I would call it extraordinary, I mean, not just someone just driving up and down a road, they couldn't be liable for it, but yeah, haul trucks that are damaging the road or causing,
Cement trucks, heavy
Yeah.
trucks.
yeah.
Okay, so you probably just send a letter to the people that are doing
Have them
the
come,
project at East Fork there.
have them come in probably,
Okay,
same with the other,
I think we got that.
Okay,
I
down.
was gonna tell you that.
Okay.
They're on it today, and then Brad, or the engineer called me, and he said, keep tabs on everything, and then once we're done, then let's just sit down and have a meeting. So
good.
I think yeah.
It used to be people would just automatically knew to come in, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
That's all I have on the roller.
okay. Any public comment on roads? Yes,
Justine Richmond, so you're talking about possibly having the company pay something for maintaining the roads, is that
Ask
what
it for help, Justine, like on mag, cause we're gonna need more mag. And asking for help, and we've done that before where people have actually paid to have some mag for them.
Okay, so it is payment or fixing it or providing the materials.
We're providing it and then we can get some help because it's extra work.
Or the county would put it on.
Yeah, it takes a special tank.
What, in what form is the help? That's what I'm asking. Is it money? Is it labor?
Money, no labor, money.
Okay, that's what I thought. So what would be their incentive to pay money to use a public
Well, we gotta
road?
get it done and done, you know, so we can put more on so they keep going or shut down.
There's just, well, not an incentive, just so the county can require it.
So if, when you have, companies that are coming in across the county road and for their own use and they're beating up the road and it's continual, it's more than regular county resident, traffic coming on that road, cause is that
Yeah,
where?
we're talking about heavy truck.
Heavy
Yeah,
trucks
that's right.
coming across there is a point
Yeah.
where you can request this company, because they're beating up the road, to, right?
Yeah, negotiate out of the agreement.
Yeah,
And they can say no, but they, they usually,
Well, then I think the county could shut them down.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
Shut
don't
'em
want,
down
we don't
how?
wanna do that.
It's,
I think
yeah,
they
yeah,
really wanna
it's-
work.
they're-
Yeah.
yeah, then you can stop them from hauling, yeah,
Yeah,
damaging the road.
and it's not paying for the whole thing, it's just a percentage
Yeah.
of just whatever they can do to help out.
Might be half, might be a quarter, there's some fishing games done it with us. Down Rockbridge at one time, dust abatement,
Yeah.
they paid for some, then they couldn't do it no more because it was a government entity. That's
And-
why it don't get,
And you're not talking about a truck one time on the road, you're talking about the ones that are doing the
yeah,
continual hauling.
just make, yeah.
Alright, so we'll move into our 925. Yes,
Real quick on that, could there be, as opposed to making them pay or trying to force them to pay or trying to shut them down, would it be an option to limit the speed limit for those trucks on certain roads? If
They've
that,
been
if that,
told, they've been
could help.
told to slow down, Justine. That's all.
that doesn't carry much weight.
Well,
If
yeah,
there's an actual
when
different
it
speed
comes from
limit,
their
then that could
safety
be
guy, it
worse.
does carry weight.
whatever.
I'm sorry, could I finish?
When they come from their safety guy and the engineer telling them that does carry weight, cause they can shut them, themselves shut them down or get rid of, yeah.
Monica, go ahead.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. First of all, I have a question to ask. Well, I'll start it this way. I am thrilled that you guys have a foreman at each end of the county. I feel, because we live on a county road, that we have had more maintenance on our county roads on this end of the county than we have had in years. I am absolutely thrilled with what the road crew is doing, and I just want to let you guys know, kudos. It's been great. I know that there's some lumps and bumps in the middle of the road that we need to deal with, but I do have a question for Commissioner Adler. Were you on the commission before we had a road supervisor? My overall question is, this keeps coming up at every single meeting, that we've always had a road supervisor, and that is not an accurate statement. So do any of you, I'm thinking maybe Commissioner Adler was on when you decided to get a road supervisor. How long ago was that?
5 years, 5 years ago, I think, or
no,
6.
7. Okay, I can answer your question, Monica.
Okay.
And I think it was in 2001, maybe 2002, Richard Skaggs, who was our road supervisor, retired. And they did not, get another supervisor. They had 2 foremen. And that was for like about 14 years. And then when, got a new administration, new members, they decided that they wanted to have a road supervisor, which was possibly in
2015, 16?
Yeah, I think
2015, 2016.
Road superintendent.
Yeah,
Road bridge
superintendent.
all I'm saying is it keeps coming up at every meeting that we've always had one, and we haven't always had one. And I want to commend you guys because I think you're doing a great job. And I think that the problems are getting handled in a timely fashion without one. So that's all I wanted to let you know.
Thanks, Monica.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. We'll go into our 9:25 agenda item. Signs for. Go ahead.
Thank you. Elena Gagliano for the record. Regarding road and bridge, I'm not sure if the website has been updated reflecting the names of the foremans that you have appointed. And, that's basically the names. And also I brought this up several times before. There should be a written report. Or somebody should be here giving a report. So it has something documented and it just says you can also. And it'll be up there. One other thing I want to say real quickly. While we were talking about this, I think Blanche made a comment about the payroll. And yeah, I've gotten calls as a study commission from people. And it's very confusing. And a lot of the employees are upset about it. And so I think I agree with Blanche that it should be put on the agenda. So you can take action on those letters that you're receiving. So they feel you just haven't ignored them.
Thank you. So we'll move on to our 9:25 agenda item, signs for certain county roads and public safety.
I talked to Miranda last week and she found some really nice signs and we went ahead and ordered them for the kids, slow dogs thing.
The bus stop and stuff on Airport Road.
Right there, and then there's a few other people brought to attention now that there used to be signs all over.
Slow dogs,
Well,
slow dogs, slow down dogs, or slow down dogs.
But it's, do to have pets, kids and pets on the sign.
I'm just kidding you. Slow dogs.
And that's just for county roads. And then other stuff was MDOT.
And a lot of, I've seen a few old signs that they're just faded out.
Yeah, need replaced.
Just never got, yeah.
Yeah.
But she ordered a dozen of them.
Yeah,
Of signs, did we get those, electric signs up on Georgetown Lake?
yeah, we're calling in locates. I'll get a hold of Steve. And he said that, they had, Scott McDonald go up there. He built them and pounded them in, so after we get it located, Steve get a hold of Scott and he'll go up. And hopefully he can go up there and pull those posts that he built for those signs and drive them in the spots that the residents wanted them at.
Okay.
Then we'll get the signs up, so
Yeah,
hopefully by next week.
Yeah, locate people are behind quite a bit, there, it's lots going on.
Busy time of year. So. Okay.
Oh, just a question on the other side of the school hill, we're gonna put some no trespass signs in them.
Yeah, I don't
got.
think those ever got installed either, and I think we have those. Maybe
I thought they got put up.
I'll look on my way out, but I think there's just a wood sign there that says no from probably the property owner there. I'll double check on that today. Move into solid waste report.
Lots of garbage.
Lots and lots of garbage.
Yeah, there's pretty steady going in and out.
Busy time of the year. No breakdown, that's always good.
Well, it says here, Pat showed up to work on the bathroom, and I gotta call John and John's to see one, cause there's, that warranty's off of it, but, John's pretty good, you know, he's pretty good mechanic.
Yeah, right.
Have him see what's going on, I'll get hold of John.
Yeah. That'll be a lot cheaper than paying for mileage.
Yeah.
Public comment on solid waste. Right,
When you get going, I know for the record, solid waste, what did you just stamp and pass over? Is that
the reports they're given weekly?
the report? You do have a report?
Yeah, have them.
That should be available to the public.
Just,
Point of reference should be available for the public.
okay,
And there should be a packet of everything you're discussing also, point of reference.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, moving to 9:35 agenda item. Solid waste customer incident. Disruptive behavior in courthouse last week. So I sent a letter here from Todd.
Yeah, probably some private issues that need, employee issues that need to be discussed, so I'd say
Close it.
close it unless employee waivers right private.
We'll close the meeting.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We're talking about disruptive behavior regarding the solid waste.
Yeah, and an employee,
With an employee, so we're.
Okay, I saw that meeting and I heard from the person.
Okay, no, we're closing the meeting. Can you please step out while we have a closed session?
Okay, and for the record, you don't follow the code, please, and see what it says. You don't decide unless the person is here.
Thank you.
Decide, okay,
Alright.
for the record.
Good.
I brought that up
For the
before.
record, she's not going.
I could leave my stuff here, right? And I'm not recording it. Thank you.
Don't have to be a smart aleck.
Sorry? What's
You
that?
can leave it there.
Thank you.
back up.
Alright, so after our discussion here, guess I'd entertain a motion on what we're gonna do.
I would make a motion that we send a letter to the solid waste customer about the incident and the disruptive behavior.
I second it.
Public comment?
Was the individual notified that they were going to be discussed today in this meeting?
I think this was more of a deal from the,
It was on the agenda.
it's on the agenda, so. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried pass.
Right, excuse me. I have a hand up.
Well, I didn't call for any more comment, thank you.
Pardon?
I didn't call for any more comment, thank you, we already made our decision.
So you're not opening up for public comment for the record, thank you. Selective, thank you.
I don't know if Paul's getting on for this next one or not. But we'll jump ahead here a little bit. Going to the dam tenders report at Georgetown. Currently at 6429.5, we're at full pool once again. Finally got back down to it. I was talking with Paul, so last week they had something go out for their pressure reading and pressure sending unit or something like that for their pin stock, so they had to back it off, so it went to like 33 CFS, I think, as of like Thursday. They're waiting for their part. Hopefully it was gonna be in Saturday. He sent me a text today that they're still offline. Hopefully they'll get it resolved today, but it's, I mean, we're letting out like 33 CFS or something like that as of this morning or yesterday when I looked at it. So I think, you know, we're at full pool now, so we probably need to get back down just to our agreement is.
I agree.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to go ahead and get it back to 30 and just move ahead and now it's in irrigate and they're taking water pretty good and go from there. We've done well with it. We have full, what, 3 or 4 times now?
Something like that.
Figure compared to other, I see Flathead, they just opened their gates last week. They hit full, you know, and last year they did.
They did last year,
It's stuff, I mean, people are really watching and doing good with the water.
Okay, I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll let Paul know here. Send a text saying we're over to 30 CFS.
Everything looks good from Jared too,
Yep.
doing stuff, so, we're down to a little bit, I guess we'll mention the Brad Learman again about making sure we get that permit going cleared. Who needs to wear it? You wear it out. We'll probably be later. We get it and as they get some slow time and stuff.
Yeah, maybe we can send rather, email also, with just letting them know we're back to 30 CFS.
To be an application, I think Paul would do the application.
Yeah, and it was gonna be, I was thinking that it was gonna be more than 1 year at a time, just so we could.
Yeah,
Not have to
yeah.
wait to get.
I know you can get a 10-year maybe
Yeah.
on that. So. See if Brad's good with that and then get one from, conservation office for the 310 permit. Get a maintenance permit that's good for 10. Anyone coming in from the library?
I don't see this.
Sue is? Sarah, the seven. No.
Well, we have a minute. Can we talk a little bit about public comment? Why Elena wasn't allowed to talk, but I was? What seems to be selective?
We already made our motion on the, what,
She had her hand up
up to me, up to the chair,
to dismiss a public comment,
to call on public comment and when not to call on public comment.
but you did call on me and you didn't call on her.
I'm not doing this back and forth with you today.
Does the county attorney have any comment on that as well?
The, issue with the customer is not significant public interest. So, yeah, if it was, I would say you probably should have done it. And also, when the conversation is just continually giving legal advice, it needs to be public comment. Legal advice is not public comment. That needs to stop. If it's done anymore, I'm gonna go to the commission on practice and turn you in.
I just got a message from, could we make sure that, Mechanic room will be open Friday for Jackie, that darn room, so make sure that he don't.
Yeah, we can let them know.
Or no wheels on through that.
So how can we get some accusations? I'm,
You're out of order, you're out of order.
I'm talking to her.
No, you're out of, there's a meeting going on, so you're out of order. Talk when you're called upon.
I can talk to the person sitting next to me.
That's
Let me know when you
disrupting.
want me to call the sheriff.
Would
Getting close.
Yeah, it is getting close.
would, people talking in the gallery be disrupting to the commissioners?
When there's no conversation.
There was no
Going on.
discussion.
Go ahead.
Oh, I already talked to Sheriff Bartel this morning. My hand is up. You're ignoring me, thank you. By the way, for the record, you're all over the map, so we have no idea what you're talking about. And if it's up to his discretion,
Call Rico
please show
Bartel.
me where in the code it says open meetings are closed and up to the public discretion of the commissioners. Thank you. For the record, please. So now we get arrested. Disrupting a meeting.
No one said arrest, he's gonna come over.
Disrupting a meeting that there's silence, nobody's talking. That's interesting. And we start schedule before the schedule, we're a little early or a little late, for the record, please. Follow the schedule, you won't have a problem. Anyway, why, person. That'd be interesting for the study commission. It's my understanding.
Sure, be right over.
Get a third in the time.
Let's go over here. Elena and Justine keep interrupting the meeting when you're not
And
being
also
called.
somebody.
So,
Just for a minute. Thanks.
Alright, Sue,
Am I up?
you can come on up.
Perfect.
We're a little bit early, but we'll move into the, library district budget for 26-27.
Yes, thank you.
How are you today?
Great, great. Well, I hope you had a chance to look this over for the first time. This was really fun. So thank you for supporting the library, for those of you who could vote. Everything went really well and really fast. We were super excited that we could put some money into programs from us, because in the past, it's always been just grant reliant. So if we get a grant, we could offer programs, but now we have some money in there. The other thing that we did that we're pretty excited about is being able to start an emergency building reserve, because it's an old building and we want to be prepared if anything catastrophic happened. So we are hoping that every year we can build that up a little bit. Did you guys have any questions? We guessed on insurance and we just got the bill from Sarah and we were right in there, so that was good. Yeah, insurance came in at $55.90 and we took a guess at 6,000, so that gives us a little bit of a cushion. So, yeah, so that was good. Yeah, every year you just don't know because it increases.
Way to get out and push the library, good job. you guys.
Yeah, it was awesome. We were very, very pleased that it passed. So we're gonna be it feels really good to not have to be planning a fundraiser this year. We got to pass that on and we're not doing that, so I feel like I have a life. So any questions or concerns or?
No, this is, you turn this into Sarah already.
We have to give it to you first and, yeah.
Oh, then we, okay,
Yeah, usually when we accept budgets, it goes to
Her.
Sarah and then she brings it in and then we,
Yes,
I mean, you're showing us the budget, which is.
Yes,
good.
yes.
Everything's great.
can we just stamp it, take it in?
Yeah,
burn it?
But I can,
If you want, we can. Yeah,
I can
we'll do
pass
that.
it on to her right now. when we're
That
done.
works.
And then, just a couple other things I wanted to share. Because of that 2020 fundraiser that we had, we made another $25,000 payment on the mortgage, and our amount owed is $60,526, which is amazing considering we started at 180. And we're able to pop that down, so that's great. And then the other thing I wanted to share is that every year we have to fill out this public library standards form for the state to be a certified library, and we passed with flying colors on it. So
Cool.
yeah, so thank you for your support. I will hand this over to Sarah and
you got the stamp,
Oh,
the
the
stamp.
stamped one. Perfect. All right. Anything else?
We'll see if there's any public comment for you. Any public comment for Sue with the library? Right, Elena?
What is the annual budget for the library?
The annual budget came in at, total income, total expenses, 130,422.92.
And we have a copy, is that online?
Is the copy online?
Is this
It is,
online?
yes,
It will be.
It will
Yeah,
be,
once
so it's
it's-
not.
because it was
So
just.
would we make sure when we certify budgets, accept budgets, is that when it would go online?
I think it could go
I
on
think we have
This
it
now,
copy's
but
online.
Yeah, that copy's
Yeah.
online right now.
sometimes when people like bringing it in that day, it's shit, Miranda needs some time to post it, they're expecting it to be posted like ASAP, Miranda needs some time to post it.
But it's already there.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's-
Okay.
That's up on the website.
And to continue, note of the time is 10:01, so the meeting apparently started before 10 o'clock. And because of a little incident, I missed most of it. For the record, Elena Gabrielle.
Thank you.
One question on insurance, the liability comes through the county and then you have your own property?
Yes,
Okay.
not property, but our property inside the library.
Inside the
But
library.
because the building is yours,
Correct.
that comes from you.
Alright.
All right.
Good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next agenda item's at 10:15 for county budget work session. So we'll take a short recess until 10:15 and we'll get back on it. All right, we're a couple minutes early here, but we'll go into our 10:15 agenda item. County budget work session with, county,
Clerk and recorder, Sarah Graham.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we don't have the certified values yet. Those won't come until next week, hopefully Monday. You know, we'll have a better idea of what we're working with then, but just, you know, very preliminary what's going on. And I guess so, like the county building, the roof one. So that's gonna be 473,000. Do we have any other projects for county building? Or the,
They got, jailhouse, they're doing that,
Locker,
storage, yeah,
evidence locker.
evidence, that was 9,000.
okay,
He's holding off, I haven't seen, I don't know what he put on his budget, so it's really hard to tell. He was talking about doing I would sell another one, but I don't, he said it's only, I don't.
yeah, I talked with him yesterday and he said, cause we got the thing for the first part or for the whatever, the evidence locker. And I asked him, I said, what about the padded cell? And he goes, yeah, he's holding off on that.
Yeah.
So just like what you were saying.
And then, yeah.
And we just signed a claim today for 50%.
Right,
Down for.
yeah, okay, but that does come out of county
Okay,
building,
now, on
correct?
the county building on the roof,
Mm-hmm,
the total was the 400 and something, but
Correct.
you wouldn't budget the total this year, because we're gonna do it in a 2-year budget.
right, so, and I was hearing you talking about that, so I, called and asked around how we do that. And what I was getting from who I was talking with Nancy and with Lisa, was that like last year, we did budget $300,000 for, and then the roof was kind of part of all of that. And so they were saying, since we only expended like 50,000 out of that, so they were saying that it would be like the fiscal 26 and 27 would be the 2 years over, since we had that, you know, there was 250 basically left out of, you know, that was left over in that budget for fiscal 26. Because they weren't really big, they couldn't figure out how we would do it over 27 and 28. But they said it makes sense to do it 26 and 27 because we already had it budgeted then, and we still have the money. And last year, I have it here, that in the general fund, at the end of the year, we had, where is this? So we had budgeted like almost 3.6, and we still had 520 remaining in there. So there still is that cash reserve.
Okay.
So
So what they're saying is not to budget in advance, but to budget in arrears.
in arrears,
Okay.
yes,
So
yeah.
in that situation, because the budget clears out, then that's not really necessary.
Right. It's just, it's basically, you know, it was a 2-year project. We just didn't, but the fact that we did not expend all of that money, that money still was in there, that's how it
So
works
how
out.
would we do that?
It's just, we put the 500 or, you know, 'cause it was.
Throw in the money that was left over from
Mhm.
last year into this year.
Yeah,
It was left
yeah,
over
so,
last year.
yeah, so
Okay.
we'd be budgeting 500,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking
Yeah.
about other
Okay.
projects that we.
No, I
might
did
have.
it. I
Yeah.
did it. No, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So,
Does that work for you guys?
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so I just need to, yeah, well, that's included, I did put 500 in there, cause I figured there might be some other stuff,
Okay,
so,
so that makes sense
Yeah.
that you can do it that way.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Well,
it's,
That was my
Because,
question,
yeah.
is to, for you to get
Right.
information
Yep.
from someone
Yeah.
to see what.
got the
And you
information.
did it.
And that was why I needed to know if there were other projects that you had, and the reason that it all worked is because we didn't expend the money last year, it still was there, and the cash was there, so, okay.
Or if we
guidelines.
take the 50 out of it for, you know.
Oh, I don't,
Budget
because
for, but they didn't take 50 out of the roof.
or it was like 40,000, and it might have been like the engineering thing.
Just that,
Yeah.
that engineering.
Yeah, it might have been the engineer, I'd have to go back.
You'd have to
but it
go
was
look
like,
to see whether or not it had anything to
To do
do
with
with
the
either
roof.
maintenance or the engineering part of it.
Yeah.
That's what I,
Yeah.
Which we spent out of, which is okay.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was like 40,000, yeah,
that sounds like the
Yeah.
engineering.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
around 40. For them to come in and decide how and what's needed to be done, and in order for you guys to,
And that was
Yeah.
at Cromwell.
right,
Stuff Cromwell.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I could go,
remember,
I can confirm, but I don't think we wanna do that right now.
you know,
I think we're pretty well. Okay, so, let's see. The sheriff. Yeah, we do have 4 coroners, and he was wondering about maybe 2 more, which would add another 20 plus thousand to his budget. But we do have 4 coroners we might wanna think about.
Is that to have them now, is there, I see the legislature were talking about, they're kind of making some of this mandatory, is that what he's thinking?
I didn't hear that part, he just,
I heard that on,
So yeah, we'd want to double check to make sure if it's mandatory. I think 4 would be sufficient in Granite County.
right, we have 4, right,
Yeah.
we have 4 right now, I think he's talking
So we
about
have
maybe
him as
4.
coroner and then 3 deputies.
Correct,
Okay.
yeah, but he's talking about 200, so maybe, yes, I need to clarify what you were just talking about, and if we need a certain number,
I
or it's
don't know.
mandatory that there's everybody.
So
or-
is there,
Well, that's that.
sorry, is there deputy coroner? Do they get more salary? Is there more pay?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they get,
and didn't Rico jump that budget up quite a bit? To the corner, or didn't he came in earlier this year?
No,
or
well-
maybe talking about they was gonna have to jump it up this year.
he may, he knew that it was gonna be more, if he did a couple more coroners. I think that I think he's got another car in there again, but, that just goes in every year. That's not anything new. He's got some other stuff in there, which I can go over. He's got a couple other things, new things that he's doing. If we look on not the back page, but. And I think maybe that stuff is kind of on there. He's got some other, annual contracts that are, what does it say in there? It's in actually type.
Different than what his normal budget was?
Yeah, there's some new things, but I think that it's. So, there. We have to take the bottom to be able to read it. So he's looking into Starlink too for the tablet stuff.
Wasn't that a big deal? that-
It's,
For especially like down in Rock Creek and when they get
Yeah.
out here, like up in.
Right.
He talked to.
Yeah, he's talking about that because of all the
and he's,
response of no cell service.
right, and it's a nightmare, the Starlink is a nightmare with, businesses. The personal, he's just been having a hard time, so they're trying something right now.
Okay.
And getting reimbursed for it. They've got, and yeah, that was the other thing that he.
67,000,
Right,
but he doesn't think 911 budget might not cover it.
it not cover all of it,
How much?
because there's only 120,000 in
Is
911.
there?
I mean, that's what comes in a year. We've scaled back quite a bit on what comes out of there, because there's so many of these annual subscriptions and things that he has, and that's what we've been taking
Yeah,
the
we
night
did.
out of 911. Yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out where,
Wasn't 911
Let's see.
supposed to be getting more money to this year? I thought they were
Oh.
supposed to.
That would be nice.
That's another one of them in the legislature they were talking, and then the feds were really pushing, you know, so they.
first.
Hold on to it.
Yeah, so,
So,
okay, so I'll
on that
type.
way, yeah, go ahead. so.
Yeah, no, I'll read back the things. I didn't bring a little note thing. 'Cause I'm going to Clerk and Recorder's Convention next week, so that's something I can ask about there.
911, they were
And-
really pushing, and back east, it was like, they were really, there was a bunch of money. Well, what's her name, like that one representative, she said there was money for
Was
me.
she, or she's, or Danes, one of the, you know.
But-
Tricia or Beard?
No, that's federal. Oh, the
That'd
representative.
be something to ask, cause I know that they had some, and with all the stuff that's going on and everything, there was more trying to upgrade, like, yeah, just the phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Maps comes out of 911, our Westel, the CenturyLink, Rave, Central Square and Telco and stuff. So that's all that.
What's the total on the maps that you're getting?
It's about 60,000.
But it went down a little bit, cause it used to be when they were first, our monthly member, I was
Yeah.
always like, holy shit. But it's gone down actually, I think you get her,
Yeah, when you get things done, it's just a keep.
yeah.
So you think that they all have to be coroner? Every deputy?
He,
I heard that through, now this is just hearsay through the legislature, they were trying to,
so and I can find
Yeah,
out,
you need
more-
to-
I can find out more about that. I should,
Cause if it's mandatory, there's nothing you can do about it.
yeah.
How big a one?
I don't think I.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
911.
For
Oh, this is good. 911 money, and then what was the other? Oh, coroners. Okay. There.
So what do they receive?
This is why we need to do
Coroner.
this.
Hell, not a lot, it ups their wages.
Because, you know, remember, it used to be 5%,
Mm-hmm.
but then when we adjusted things a few years ago, also, and then they did that whole thing with the deputies having to be a different percentage, and then we upped the coroners too, because it can be up to 20%, but we put it to 15%.
Right.
For the coroners, yeah. So, which made a big difference in there.
And probably also, I mean,
Which I probably should have
instead of trying to find a coroner,
public safety
need
just
one
for
of
the
those
sheriff. let
deputy
him come in.
coroners.
Right, they're all deputy
They're all-
coroners.
So,
Yeah.
Just kidding.
instead of trying to go find one. in the
Right,
middle of the
but like
night.
I said, we do have 4 right now, but we've got, what, 6 or
I
7?
don't,
6 deputies and a
6 deputies and a
and a
sheriff.
sheriff. And under sheriff,
6
deputy,
full-time deputies?
5,
Five.
yeah, and then the under sheriff and then the sheriff, I think, isn't that what?
He's full, I know that, he's got,
Yeah.
and then all the reserves.
Got 6 of them, and then part-time overtime.
Yeah. We get some of the, you know, they do forest checks, but we get money for that back, and I think that the DUI, they'll be on DUI shifts and we,
Is that part of
and
the
that
task
comes
force?
out of, and that, yeah, that comes out of that budget.
This
That
is
doesn't come out.
just asking on this where, you know, they have them volunteers, reserve deputies and that. Have we ever, it was kind of like with the ambulances, you know, we were thinking of some way to help out. Is that still anything we're interested in,
So-
or do they have to buy all their own? I know they're just volunteering, but what they've done and helped out on and some of their stuff's been pretty.
There's only so much.
That'd be up to-
Right, and we do, yeah, we do their walk.
And
work
we
comp
do
back.
for work.
They do their
Yeah.
clothing or anything, but.
They're clothing and work
Yeah.
comp.
They're just covered on the comp.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I was just curious on, you know, just,
Maybe something to think about for next year. So there's extra money for them. I think that the town of Phillipsburg gives extra money
so
to
that
us
Drummond.
so that we can, no, not
Just
not
contract.
extra. It's just the contracted amount, but Phillipsburg they started last year giving yeah, an extra amount.
The amount of stuff going on, and they've had to step it up to, for the
Right.
concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wanted those people to be compensated, so they actually give us the money and then they can put in a claim and we give them. Okay, so,
Or your volunteer.
right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
volunteer.
Take volunteers.
Volunteer.
But we don't do it, the money comes from the town,
So, town.
just gets filtered through us. Okay. Okay. There's a couple that, going back to 911 and doing, so there's also, the county land information, one that we have.
Mhm.
So that is what we've been paying all of Matt's extra stuff. We don't, there isn't,
And no more money.
we've
Yeah.
gotta find another source of
Yeah.
revenue for that. The money was upped because it comes from the clerk and recorder's.
Yes.
Fees.
Yeah.
So, and that was raised, last year in the, during the legislature. So there is a little bit more money going in there, but I'm wondering, just throwing it out there, the coal tax money that we get, which is like $5,000 a year that goes into county planning, maybe that could go into this instead, just
Apps.
throwing it out there. Yeah,
Well, we-
and then that would
I know
be,
we've used that county, finding that time when we had to do that subdivision, we took money out of there, that's quite a few years ago.
Mhm.
No, there's county planning for that, full money goes into county
county
planning.
planning, yeah.
Tentative.
Yeah, I mean, they've got all their own
Yeah,
money
yeah.
too, but it was just, I think that at some
So
point,
what
it was just decided, where are we gonna put this money? We'll just toss it to,
So,
I'm wondering if maybe we can toss
Okay.
it to this.
looking at that, is that something that the county planner,
I can
Would
talk
not,
with
yeah.
Linda and find out, where is that one? And I think that she'd be fine, but I was looking at the numbers and stuff, and I think that it doesn't make that much difference to her budget, but I will discuss it with her. Just throwing it out, because I'm just trying to
No,
figure out
no.
where.
Scott, you wanna maybe ask Blaine about that legislative corner deal, maybe?
Oh, Brian, just did
what's
it.
in Hard Rock? Is there any money in Hard Rock you can throw in there?
Used to be some, we haven't ever used it, but we quit getting it.
Right, we don't get, nothing comes in on that, I don't think.
Maureen was a
So-
little push on that, we were getting money, cause she was on that board doing all the meetings.
Yeah, there hasn't been money that came in.
What's in it? We've got
there.
money in it.
We've got $9,600 in it. So,
Might be getting potentially more here, there,
Yeah, well, that's what,
Yeah.
with them hauling.
Yeah.
mhm. So
Yeah.
there's another
Yeah.
idea. I just wanted to put it out there that this fund needs to find another source of revenue, because there just isn't very much coming in, so. Now, you had a
And in
question?
her legislative, they passed it, they're all deputies with mandatory to be coroners now, or did that fail?
I'm not aware of that at all, no, I don't think it passed, but I'm gonna double check that. Yeah, they have, there's.
Well, that's good,
deputies
because
here.
I don't think everyone should be,
Well, that's a lot of, yeah, a lot of training that has to go into it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've got the coroner and 3 deputies, which we always had just the coroner and 1 deputy. Now all of a sudden, it's coroner and 3 deputies. There should be one available that if they're not on duty, they can go out and make a coroner call, or a sheriff can. We have so many coroner calls. Yeah, that was a nice fact.
Road looking lots better, oh, thank you. Road. They actually ended up with over $400,000 in cash this year. And then with anticipated with the SRS monies, that should be about 500,000 that comes in, and the reason that there's so much of this is because there was extra SRS
Yeah,
money that came in
Yeah.
last year, so that's where we're at on that one. And another 500 will probably be coming in at the end of the year. So with the changes,
100,000 then total?
no, I'm just saying, yeah. So you've actually, with the anticipated, with the cash and anticipated, it's just over $1 million.
And you
So-
haven't had to anticipate anything out of Pilt?
I don't believe so. I think we're doing okay with the changes that have been made to road. And it looks, and what I did, cause I don't know what's gonna be happening with the road wages, but I just anticipated that 3% COLA was still that dollar on their thing. So I, which is what everybody else basically got.
Right.
So
So did they accept, did we offer them?
I don't think you guys have met
We
yet.
haven't even talked it.
Yeah.
Did
So-
they know they
We
know?
opened up the negotiation with them pretty much.
Yeah, they're supposed to be,
Lane and I.
pending, an offer here, so, yeah, they're supposed to be paid, they're not supposed to be getting the COLA yet, so.
Well, they
Right,
aren't.
yeah, they aren't. I just have to anticipate something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've anticipated for the budget. But so, so with that and where the budget is, that it really, the levy, it looks like it's only, I mean, that's without a reserve, is 381 is what we need. And last year with whatever we brought in 500, so I'm thinking, I mean, with the taxes, once we get the numbers, it should be over 500, so.
So what's in outlay? I mean, are you guys wanting to do something?
Oh, yeah, I don't have anything, there's your road, and so
So we have
that's with what I have now, you add some stuff. and
one more year of this
Right.
next year, and then we're done with the,
With
but we
the,
still have
right,
we still have one left.
right, we have the one that's like 35,000, for the next 5 years, say, or 4 years, and then it's a balloon of like 300,000, and so don't know what you want to do with
You want
with
to
that,
keep that
but
in
you are absolutely correct. This year is the last year of the intercap.
And how much was that?
It's 200,000 or something. So,
So
yeah,
that 200,000 go back into the budget.
yep, that'll be out of there next
Yeah.
fiscal year.
Okay, so it's 200,000 that we can carry in. If we can squeak by one more year,
I mean, the only thing we were kind of thinking was water truck, right?
yeah, the
That
water
was
truck.
the only thing
That's what I was thinking.
that we tried to get this spring, but then we didn't because
I think they welded it and got it all, I mean. I
We can
haven't
skip
heard
by
nothing,
it.
no one at the rodeo, there wasn't nothing wrong with it.
Work.
So they got one down here, one up here.
And they're both putting water on the road.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
I've
the
heard
only
that they're
thing
good.
that I could kind of think of, like maybe a big expenditure for road was just a water truck possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if this is the one thing, because of the fact that this gives us a little bit of extra where we can get more gravel. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And we'll, be able to see that here coming next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's looking good. Just, I mean, with the changes, plus that extra money that came in the other year, plus the, which was nice.
so with mechanics, 2 mechanics that we have, we can maybe keep the water trucks. Jerry rigged in bubble gum.
I think they're better than that.
As long as they're safe.
Safe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
I just say, we need to kind of look and see, it might be, remember Paul told us, even that one truck might just need a new tank, that's half the price of it. I mean, it's way cheaper, just way
Way
cheaper,
cheaper, yeah.
PTO it and,
With that, be something where you'd have the mechanics look them over and see,
yeah.
yeah.
But, we'll have them, I mean, they're running them every day, they're looking at them, so I mean, it's just something like that. I was trying to think there was.
Yeah, as long as they stay in the DOT regulations, we're fine.
So we have the one buyback is the one that you pay 35,000.
Right. Yeah.
And so at the end of the lease, you pay the 300,000 or
You
you
wanna
get
keep
another
it?
one.
Or
They buy it back.
You wanna keep it.
Yeah.
Where?
We're really low. It's just like, here lately, we've been dealing with them on that, I had to haul it down there, and thank God they didn't want it. Okay,
Yeah.
they've changed so much.
Yeah.
We talked about. it.
There's
It's just,
the numbers. Yeah, it's that for another 4 years and then 300,000.
You could look at Intercap if you're wanting to buy, or buy, you know, buy something else.
They'll probably have a warranty, right?
That's what's scary.
That's gonna be the thing on there.
Well, they've run out of warranty, but they're still decent equipment, right?
It's
You don't
all-
need to go buy a new one.
But they,
Whatever they're building.
land off the.
It's just something to think about, like the
Yeah.
electrical costs and all that stuff on it, and when you look at the mileage we got for the backup, and the $2,000 bill from the front to Drummond to look at it, you know? So, and it might be feasible just to roll to a new one and keep that 35,000, almost just like a rent payment every year.
It's got really-
And then we got a brand new 5-year warranty on that piece of equipment. Just something to think about, instead of outright buying it, then we have to cover all the costs of the breakdown.
Just so you know, the auditor says it's not good to have people buy things.
He said in it.
He said buy gas.
Right, yeah, and it's like, yeah, if you want,
Intercap
yeah,
is
you
good,
want them
buy
on a
gas
loan,
or
not,
not.
it's, you want them on a loan, not a lease,
Because you're-
that's what,
You're losing money on the buy gas.
so, that's what,
So it's easy just to do an intercap loan. Cheaper. Just so, he said, I'm just telling you. Stand by.
If the interest is good, which Intercap interest has been pretty good, definitely something like that.
so county health is good. Yeah, cause they've found with a lot of the grants that a lot of those monies from each of their grants can go towards the, wages, so we're moving that over and it's.
Did they explain that to us there on something that she could be?
Yeah, there's like, yeah, there's money coming out of, the utilization, another child health, and the SRA that we're looking into that, so that. Something else I was gonna talk about. Extension, so we figured out, and I remembered that money was sitting in the compensated absences, the restricted amount, because we
Yes.
need to pay that to
Yes.
NSQ.
Yes.
Because Ben's left and we got a certain amount from Lake County, it has to be sitting there. So that's gonna help us because, but actually, I talked to them as you yesterday, they gave us a bill for what it's gonna be, I'm like, well, where did I take that from? And so we had the money from the restricted, plus then he called me back and goes, oh, wait, we're changing it, it's less, don't pay us this, it's gonna be less. But anyway, so we can take that, and since, and I talked to him about how other counties do it, and he's like, well, you know, we'll just take it out of the extension, the professional services, because we've got a certain amount of time here that Ben's not here, we don't have one, so it'll just kind of be a wash, you know, with that added $4,800. So anyway, he was very tickled to know that if you had done that when it came in, that it went someplace, that we could find a lot of terms for it to do that, then they're like, ah, so.
Smart.
Yes, that was a good thing. So.
I was.
Okay, yeah, there's some things that I just don't know yet, because I don't have the. Okay, yeah. You know. But. Wood Creek project. Yeah, oh. That's commercial preservation, something.
So we put that money from health in there. Have we expended it all?
Well, there still is 70,000 in cash. And, you know, maybe I'm anticipating 60,000 in electric sales. For this year, so that's 120. That, so we've got 130. The insurance is just over 50,000. So we're down to 80.
So we need.
So I don't know what other what they're making us do this year that's costing $1 bazillion. You know?
We have, I guess, February, was it? We have our meeting this year, no, only find out what we may have to do.
Okay, well, okay, So I think that what we have here is okay,
Well, no, I
And then
think
we'll-
we need to
and we'll
probably
figure out.
less of that.
Didn't you say, Blaine, if it,
I mean, it is kind of buffered, if you don't have anything right now that we need to know about.
like,
And then
if
we'll
we do
just-
have like a safety issue or something that we have to deal with, maybe say we take maybe funds from Title
Three,
III.
three. Yeah, that's get approved by, RAC, but, and then notice, but yeah, there's some part of the HCR contract and safety stuff.
So we could probably, I mean, work with this as it is right now with this money and be okay, and then in February, when you find that out, do like an amended budget thing and. pull money
You can
somewhere if you need
amend
to.
it. Yeah, you can, but usually you amend it for unanticipated income.
But
But
we don't, oh,
if we're not gonna get any anticipated
Income.
income,
right, but you have to pull it from somewhere.
what other
Okay,
reason
to
do
do it.
you amend budgets? It's usually.
Well, just for, any, need,
Any
that ri-
change,
any
yeah.
need that rises.
Unanticipated
Yeah.
expenditures.
Right,
Or,
and that's what
or
that
one reason.
Yeah.
And then we have to find, so.
That not knowing that we
Right.
have to do this. and-
Yeah,
But
but we don't know.
I-
So,
I think we can figure out what part of HCR contract over could be taken from Title III.
Start the
And-
preliminary
Yeah,
investigations.
So how would we get
No,
that information?
for sure, all safety, that stuff from, the dam can go through Title III. Like training, safety training.
Is there something that comes in where we can make sure Sarah knows just what, so we can let her know?
We'll just have a note and we'll know in February
Yeah.
what, you know, but we can do some preliminary work to.
Yeah, cause under the current contract, there's,
Yeah.
aspect of safety.
So,
The whole inspection is a safety deal, isn't it?
Well, it can't just be, safety purposes, but safety training is.
so we've covered everything that Perkins has made us do so far.
That's what I was just saying, that
And that was, yeah,
they brought up a couple of little things, but that wasn't nothing.
but it's not major dollars.
But we won't know about February because we did the values, all the steps and.
So in other words, in February, they can come in and say, oh, you didn't do this, so you have to do this. Or we can start all over again. Okay, so it's time to do this again.
You can guarantee
Yeah.
there's gonna be.
There's gonna be something where you're gonna have to do.
So with the money that we have here, I mean, that's plenty, so I can just fill in that stuff. And we don't need to pull any money from
Okay,
anywhere. I'll just,
so yeah,
I mean, there aren't any big, they will just keep keep
Yeah.
supplies at 1,500, utilities at 1,500. Because, or probably utilities 2,000, because it was 1,900 last year. Okay, so, but
Okay.
there aren't any big ones that, okay, perfect.
Now, the
Very
reservoir
helpful.
stays full, and this winter we can make more money on electricity, draw it dump more out.
Uh-huh.
yeah, the lake is full.
The gas tax, about 140,000.
That go up or
What's-
down.
I think it would. Let me look at.
It's about 160.
So there's two different line items in there.
No, we had, what came in last year was 139. Yeah, but we probably had cash in there or something. So, yeah, we don't have
No cash. And so what are we anticipating?
140. So, and then we've been putting 10,000 towards culverts, but we never. But I mean, I think that we just need to remember that it's there, and if you buy culverts, that we take it out of that instead of bridge or.
Well, then, yeah, 'cause some of the culverts got put in there, so there's something else that.
Yeah, that's what we need to,
It went under bridge, didn't it?
yeah, it could, and there's expenditure for that too. So, but, you know, if you wanna
We're gonna.
Yeah, and that,
remember that we wanna
It-
spend that
it should
first
come out
before,
of this before it comes out.
before it comes out of anything else.
We won't know until like they tell us, and then I know they're gonna need some culverts.
Mhm.
I know
Okay.
there's.
So we'll just keep that in mind, that any culvert comes in, I'll remind Becky, we'll have that on a little
Yeah.
tracking note sheet that, check that first. And when we get
Yeah.
culvert, and then there'll be 130,000 for, for
Gas
gravel and the gas tax.
is actually a supplement for things for the road.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Gas tax is the supplement for the road.
okay, let's see. Oodles of money for junk vehicle. This year, like, we only have one car, so I'm putting an ad in the paper this year. We're just gonna keep it in the paper the whole time. See if anybody has more cars to get rid of.
Well, there's cars.
Yes, Blanche. Talk to your son. Okay, I don't know, I think, are there any that you guys are, those were kind of the ones that I was,
They were kind of the main ones.
Right.
The others are pretty well balanced,
So then you were saying that in the general fund, in the departments, nobody asked for,
any big things.
anything.
Well, there's one thing, so one thing that Ashley's thinking about, is this whale program. And what it does is and she's been using the free part of it, and we're talking to other offices to see if they wanna do it. And it follows along with what you do, and then it'll write up, a step-by-step and a tutorial thing of exactly how you did that process. So like, if she got hit by a bus, then the others in the office could just go to that, which I think would be, I'd like to do, I think it would be good. I'm like scared of it, but I think it would be good for a lot of the processes. And to have like if we, talk to the other offices.
So on
Other,
superintendent of schools,
oh, yeah.
we did allow her the extra hours.
Yeah, so
40 hours.
right, so the superintendent's will, and she did, some research talking with OPI and stuff, and it has to be contracted. So what we did was the 240 hours times whatever the rate is, and that's how we're doing that, but it's gotta be a contract, not an employee of the county.
Yeah.
So, which helps out.
The other thing, I guess, I was just kind of jumping back on,
Which one?
courthouse now, I brought up the kitchen, there were maybe putting fans, I don't think it costs a lot. Fans.
Fans in the courtroom,
Yeah.
hanging ones. maybe.
Oh.
Or maybe have
For
letters.
circulation, that gets really-
Yeah.
Yeah,
And in that jury's room, they could, put a little thing into there, a couple people got passed out.
put like one of the AC unit.
Stuff like that, but in the big room, just get some fans, get that air moving. Cause that air conditioners make too much noise and you can't hear them on the thing.
And then once they start doing internet stuff, it blows fuses or something. What
On
happened?
the one side isn't heavy enough to pack on that.
Yeah, and they have both the AC units in the courtroom, it was not allowing, I think, something else to be
Oh, you
on.
need a
to-
better-
Dude.
Better outlet.
More circuits.
Right, and
Yeah,
better.
I need
ones.
for all, like that.
Yeah,
Another thing that needs done is carpet to the jury room as well with stairs or. Yeah. Not in good shape. Or redo the stairs.
Oh, the stairs going up to the jury room. They can take the elevator.
so in the courtroom, what are the lighting like that? I mean, are there separate things that, oh, they're like that?
I
LED.
think they're, yeah.
I guess so, that they were talking about maybe get some fans,
Right, I was just trying to figure out how.
I guess, so it circulates air when they're having cases, it was so hot, there was people.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do
yeah,
it.
of course,
I guess you could have someone come and look.
come and take a look at it, and so do you want me to bump up the capital outlay then for
For county building.
county building? Just do like 510 or something?
Yeah, I don't think.
Because cause I mean, we've got the 473 plus the 9, so that's what, we got 482.
Yeah.
482. Oh, so then that's 18, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll look at the reserve later if we have to, when we're all in there and we've got the certified value.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what stuff that kind of come, they talk about windows in the sheriff's office, I haven't heard no more about that. They were leasing the
School and they were up to and brick.
They all something.
Okay, what can I put?
Yeah, he did ask about what new windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where.
So I think a project, maybe instead of. Doing a roof price.
Yeah, I just bring up stuff that.
Yeah, the stuff, yeah.
I'm just saying.
And
I know, I just,
Stuff that might.
we don't wanna put too much on our plate.
No.
No.
No, I just saw a case.
Jury room.
So you were talking about AC in jury room?
You talking about
Uh-oh.
the AC units in
Not
the
Friday
jury
and
room
it's not
too,
noon.
Scott, or just fans? Fans in the courtroom? Alright,
How's,
just fans.
how's
in the-
does the club
Yeah.
survive?
it's too loud.
Yeah.
How's the club survive? You
I
know what the
think-
basement's like?
The AC on at night.
That's where the fire was.
Lots of fans.
Oh, was there one?
Basement of the club. Or whatever we call it.
Bunker house?
I'd say like probably three ceiling fans in the courtroom.
I'd say 40.
Four? Yeah, I guess we
Well, there's a side, one in the middle, it's two.
could.
With one right above
And
it.
one right in the middle.
One's right above
There's
it.
with three and that's like at 5 quarters. 5 or 6 to a thing.
I mean, it's just, but it looks prettier, it's full.
There's like more air. Four is better than
I
three.
mean, it's more, three is not even, we have on side on your.
OCD is coming out. Not even.
Well, we have to see how they're gonna be.
You need to have Larry come look at.
Yeah.
You need to look at the key pulling and breakers, we got. Have it.
Oh, hey, we're in the third, yeah. So that, okay, in that. So in that sense, do we have to get some electrical done in this building
Yeah,
right now?
I think I work with pulling
Yeah.
and breakers.
I mean, this right now is something that we have to do to make sure that. Sorry. Yo, Sarah.
we're all
every
going.
year, The
Full tax goes into joint planning. Oh, that's, yeah, my 8th grade, that's an 11.
You got, we got 5 minutes.
Does that make or break your budget?
What are you guys talking about?
The coal tax, I asked her if the coal tax makes or breaks her budget.
The 5, is it 5,000?
Yeah.
It sure don't make it and it don't break.
Yeah. So we'll also
Well,
look
your
at that,
budget would not go down.
yeah.
Now, maybe your.
I
reserve-
know it was
going in there, so.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss.
But then we're also looking at that. The metal lines or something.
Hard rock.
Hard rock. Yeah, if there's money in hard rock, we might as well use it. I mean, that's always been there where,
So is that different than the metal? Okay, so I need to go, I don't think I have hard.
well,
rock.
I think it's the same thing, hard rock is where you used to have it. So because of the,
Okay, I'll go look.
because of the mining companies that we got money from the state. Mining companies quit and so it went into, but I don't know, they might have,
It's all good. Yeah, I'll take a look at all of
and I
this.
always remember.
Thank you very much. Good talk. I've got some.
Oh, anyway.
Yes, oh, you guys came up with something.
We got something else, we gotta look into the electrical for the courthouse.
Okay, yeah, I put like fans like that, yeah.
And possibly getting. Getting an opinion from an electrician on,
Larry Vaughn, right?
we need our power boosted or more something.
Well, he'd have to just come and look, see if there's just, it might just be a.
Faulty plug.
Okay.
Yeah.
He knows, he's had to work on it before, it's just easier to keep him than have to hire somebody else to come in that don't know the whole system. That's what I thought.
Okay, so were there, oh, do you have to ask if there are questions, Ms. Daly?
That's fine with me, unless we had a big project we had to do, what we would have to do.
So I'll keep working on these. I'm gonna be at the Clerk of Reporters Convention next week, and that's when the valuations should come in. I have requested. I asked Miranda to put me on the agenda for the 11th, the last thing on the agenda item. So I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Oh,
And we'll have a much better idea of what's going on then, and I should be able to have something that is up, that people can look at.
we're done with June's expenditures,
We are done with
Okay, now we're in
expenditures.
fiscal.
We are in
27.
fiscal 27.
Thanks.
All right, well, thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time, Sarah.
Thank you.
Lots of noise today, all of a sudden.
Yeah, did they give you notice they were gonna,
What?
no notice, they're gonna forward it in?
At least it's getting done.
That's a win.
It's moving forward. All right, we're about 3 minutes early here, but we'll, go into the encroachment permit application. That's what you're here for?
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
You can come up.
okay. Did I come up to the front here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm guessing you're Doug Swain?
I am Doug Swain.
Okay. Yeah, so this was just kind of brought to our attention last week and whatnot. For the encroachment permit off of, Boulder Creek Road. And I went down and looked at it. Scott did too. I mean, the encroachment looks fine. I mean, you guys kind of did that, yeah, and there was kind of a, misinformed, I guess, is that how it was, or?
That was me, sorry.
Okay,
But, yeah, cause he had, so I'm gonna back up just a hair.
Okay.
So here's the letter that I sent to him and his reply, back to me. Last one, I can't see it, I got one of them.
Thank you.
Yeah. And. So, cause I had gotten a letter from the neighbors saying, you know, they had concerns with some of the stuff going on, with this new house that's being constructed. So I kind of lay out in here, cause there's 3 different things going on for planning purposes on this property. There's RVs, there's dry rentals, and then there's lodges, just regular house. So the regular, since this is an unzoned piece of property, the regular housing is not limited. They can put multiple houses on the property and there's nothing that we can do. The RVs did go through subdivision and were contemplated for 10 RVs a long time ago, 20 years, 15, 20 years ago now. So, and he only has 10, and that's what his response letter is tell me what you have. And then there's buildings for lease or rent, which is what all little dry rentals are considered. And we have a requirement that says now you can have 5, if you're putting them on right now today, you get 5 without a permit, and then on the number 6 when you have to get a permit. But when those regulations went in, it said everything that's in place gets to stay in place till the use is stopped. So those have been in for a long time, all those little rentals. So I told him, tell me what you have, so I have a baseline from now to go forward. And then I told him, you know, if you're doing an encroachment, you need to get an encroachment permit. And you need to talk to Chad on sanitation. And I talked to him about floodplain stuff, about the FEMA stuff. Cause there had been gravel that was brought in. And he came in, so he responded in a timely manner to the letter. He came in and said, you know, we did put in a couple gravel pads. But he thinks they're out of the floodplain. They're set quite a bit back from the river. If you look at the floodplain map there, you'll see that the Flint Creek floodplain is like really narrow because it's been studied. And this one's really wide because it hasn't been studied. If it had been studied, it's probably gonna shrink, but it hasn't been studied. So, I mean, I took what I feel like is just a decision and said, okay, I've heard what you said about where it went, and I feel like that's reasonable. I told him, if you're building structures, you're gonna have to get floodplain permits if you're down in here, but he's like, I'm not gonna build any more structures. If the commission feels like that is still a floodplain violation, those gravel pads, the fix to fix it, he goes in, takes the gravel off, scoops, let's say he's putting in a 4-inch pad, he scoops 4 inches out, puts gravel back down. That's the fix. So it's not a huge complicated fix on the floodplain right now. And then on the road encroachment, he's like, well, I thought Paul would get that. And I had looked at your agenda where it said Boulder Creek encroachment. And I said, oh, there's an encroachment on the commission agenda. And it says Boulder Creek, it must be yours. So I'm the one that kind of told him, oh, I think you're on the agenda. And then it turned out he wasn't on the agenda for that reason. So that's bad on me because I didn't look at the information. I just looked at the title on the agenda. So, but yeah, that's kind of where it's sitting with planning. There's nothing that he's doing that's in violation of the planning stuff right now.
And the well?
The well and the septic are all chat. So, we have had wells sit within right of ways before, and if they are in the right of way, you have to cut it, you pour a certain amount of cement around it, you cap it, you flush around it.
Yeah.
It's not a huge deal. Paul said that it's 31 feet from center line.
It's over 30.
Yeah, he told me
38.
he told me 31, yeah.
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 Given that it's that close, I would send your guy down to verify, trust but verify. Let's just do a little rigging quote there. I would trust, but I would go verify. Cause that's, I had that big one up at the lake this year because the guy was 4 feet off and he really was off. So it's like, when you're that close, if it was like, oh, I'm 50 feet off, it's like, fine. But 31 feet, I go check that one. I just go verify it. That is. If it is in there, then you guys can certainly, in your permit, require that you flush them out the bill.
Yeah.
So I also heard from Chad Lannis that said that, I believe he said he'd been in touch with him and they're working on the permit, working on the permitting. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know if I have to ask to speak or Mr. Chair. Or
You can.
Yeah. Yes, so, thank you, Linda, for
Can you
that.
state your name? real
I'm
quick?
Doug Swain, owner of Boulder Creek Lodge, my wife owns Boulder Creek Lodge. And everything that Linda said has been accurate. She's been super helpful throughout this process. Just to back up a little bit, when we wanted to build a cabin on there for my retired friend and our possible mothers that may need some assistance, mother-in-law type living at some point because they're aging and needing, they're widowed and live by themselves. So it's gonna be a 2-bedroom place cabin. So when we started to do this, we didn't know where to start. We got on the website and then we didn't find a lot of information. We did, but it just didn't seem like there was a lot you needed to do. So Jason came down and talked to Linda and she informed him what we needed to do. Basically was the well and the septic and then some other tips, a very good conversation. He came back, shared that with me. We talked to the alts and tried to line up some contracting and I immediately called Chad Lannis, spoke with him a couple of different times. He came out and met us at the property for about 45 minutes with John Alt that was gonna do the driveway. And so we had a good conversation. He corrected where we originally wanted to put it. He let us know what we could do, what type of septic, where it could be. Verbally said, this looks great, put in the permit and it looks fine. So that was, I'm not sure, a couple months ago, the process started. So then we started, so we thought we were good with that. I forget where we're at, but anyway, with Linda and we talked to DEQ as well, asking if we needed any special things with the property and said, no, if Chad Lannis approves it, then you're fine to go. So we try to cover everything we possibly can to do the building there. Fast forward a little bit, or not fast forward, it took a few weeks, and Paul, the encroachment, when Linda sent me the letter, it was on Friday when I received it, when I got it, I went on Monday, and I asked her about it, and she explained everything she just did to you accurately like that, and I said that, you know, that we would, you know, we fixed a few things on the website. We don't have RVs go down there. We do not want, there is no room for RVs down there. We do not want anything RVs near the creek. These were tent spots before. We simply just put gravel on them, and now they are still tent spots that we let sprinter vans. And I think I said that in the letter I wrote to you. I'm not sure if you received that, but it's in tents on top of trucks. So she was okay with that, wanted me to change some stuff on the website, the way we advertised it. And so we did that, give her a site plan and give her information that we're not building anything new. We are not, we don't intend to. We've actually taken away a couple in RV spot. And so that was said, and then the misunderstanding with the encroachment permit, we thought we were good for the next, then a week later, on a week and 1 day later, Tuesday, I get a call from the county attorney, administrative assistant, and asking where a good place to get a letter was. I said email would be the quickest, so she emailed me a letter saying I was in violation, and different things of encroachment, and then more things about the operations of our business. So I immediately called her back and then called the county here to see what I needed to do to make things right. And so I came in, I talked to Paul. Paul was under the understanding that since it was off of a 2-track, that it did not need an encroachment permit. And I said, I don't know this is his business, and he understands this obviously better than I do. And so I said I was going to do it anyway. So I said, I'm going to put in for the application anyway. So I immediately came down the next day and put in the encroachment permit, the $200. He said that's not necessary, but you know, do what you have to do. So that was done. And he still believes that we didn't need it, but I said, well, whether we need it or not, I want to do this the right way. And he was going to check with Chad to make sure everything was still good. The delay on putting the application in for the septic was due to a possible small movement in it. So it could be accessed, could be pumped every 6 or 7 years or whatever it was. So he said he was going to talk with Chad about that. And so that's why there was a delay in the septic. No septic was dug. It was just that they gave permission to start the preceding stuff before that. And so I immediately told Paul, I said, you know, I don't want to do anything more until we have the permits, because I don't know. I feel like there's an investigation going on, or somebody's got something against what we're doing here. We're not trying to do that. So he, you know, had things lined up and was not happy, but everything stopped last week, and now we're waiting for permits before anything else is done there. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And I've called Chad a couple of times to see if, you know, everything is still okay, but he's busy. I know he hasn't had anything. We haven't heard anything back. So the permits are all in. We're trying to do the right thing, and we're just taking guidance on what the right steps are to go. The well is exactly 38 feet off the center. I think it's 31 feet is from the edge. So it is 38 feet. I didn't measure. I'm glad that it was, but the well driller, I think it's Highmark Drilling, did it. They're the ones that did that, and they did it correctly. It seems to be.
When I was down there looking at it, it looked like the well was plenty far off. I mean, it's inside that existing kind of fence line there, so
Yeah.
it's over 30 feet.
Trust me, after I got all these letters, I went and measured it 7 times.
So, Blaine Branch, so that letter was for me,
Okay.
so not my assistant, but I did try to write it as far as these are the allegations. I wasn't trying to make conclusions, so I apologize if that came across that way. The issue with the encroachment permit is if it's a substantial change, there's a 2-track there, then you need an encroachment permit. That would be the base law there. But you came in, you provided the application already. The wellhead could be looked at. The issues that were brought up last week regarding DEQ permitting, that would be DEQ issue and, you know, I'm not
And because
aware
it's county, it's capped in.
Well,
there's a,
yeah, like,
so there is a DEQ permit that limited what they can have there, or whatever,
Oh.
but that's totally DEQ's deal, and not, yeah, I'm not saying you're in violation of that, I'm just saying if it's not for the county, then, it's not. What was before the county commission last week was, the encroachment issue as well, and that's what they wanted me to send you a letter to talk to you about, so, yeah, thanks for coming in, I think, yeah, that'd be the issue before the commission right now is the encroachment permit.
But it sounds like it was on us.
yeah, well, it was me.
Well, I guess.
I'm saying all.
Don't remember
Not
that.
us.
It's,
I can own that.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it looks far enough off, I mean, we can double check the measurement on the well and if have to, then we'll have to cut it down, make it flush, but I mean, it is right next to a big ponderosa tree, so. Yeah, I think we'll be all right, but I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion, go ahead and accept the approachment thing, cause obviously we missed it.
I second it.
Public comment?
So, you'll. In there say, or you won't sign it until basically you've looked at it, or in the permit, you could say conditional upon the wellhead being outside the right of way.
Yeah, we both went and looked at it.
So you're covered, okay, all right.
And look good, they did a good job, and I don't, we're, already been said, you know, what do we do?
Well, you have, if it in fact, from the photos, it looks fine too, so. But if it was within the right of way, you could make, if the wellhead was in the right of way, you could, yeah.
Cut it down.
So you're saying
Flush
it isn't in the right of way?
That doesn't look like
Okay.
it is way off the road. It's over 30 feet. Oh, just see.
Hi, Justine Richmond. I'm definitely a little bit confused about the discussion. Was it determined that an encroachment permit is required by the county? In this instance?
There's a substantial change to the driveway. There was a 2-track there, but
Now there's a driveway.
that's getting, I think it's highly technical, but that's the default law.
All in favor?
I,
Motion carried and passed.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming in.
For listening and hearing all of the. Our story, thank you.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I would add for Doug is make sure you talk with Chad, cause it sounds like the permit may need to go back up to DEQ. So you'll wanna talk to him right away and make sure he can, cause it was sounding like, well, maybe he couldn't just alter the permit himself, and he'd have to send it back to DEQ, so I would encourage you to contact his office.
His email, he said there was some family health issues going on, so,
Yeah.
but he's well aware of it, so, yeah, I just keep working on it. He's right.
You
Copy,
keep it?
give a call.
This, okay.
Just hand, signing stuff and handing it away.
Well, that's ours.
Okay.
Can give you a copy.
You wanna copy of it?
Yes, please. So now or do I email or not sure?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
so is there a fee? Is there a fee?
He's
already
already, he's already paid it.
We got my idea after
Last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Am I dismissed?
You're-
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can get a
Thank you.
copy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Linda.
Thank you, Linda, for all you do.
there ain't much you can do about that if we were at the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, it is a substantial, difference from what the 2-track was. I mean, there's a lot of gravel in there now. I mean, it's a big approach, but it looks fine. They did a nice job on it. But yeah, maybe when guys are out and about, we just go out and double check that wellhead. I mean, it looks like it's over 30 feet from the center for sure.
Yeah, Paul said he measured it, that was 31 from the
Yeah,
side.
yeah. You still
He
got
went
that.
back, he said, I don't know if he measured it or somebody measured it, John maybe, and then he said, well, guys, for 38 was what. So I guess I'll measure the road.
So the center of the road to that needs to be 34.
30.
Center of the road to the wellhead.
From the edge is 31.
From the edge, not from the middle. Oh,
So we have 31
Yeah.
from
there you go.
Good place to measure, because you
Yeah.
always know that you're over out of the right of way. I mean, there's an old fence that's up there and that well sits behind that fence, so.
So some of the county right of ways are 66. But petition,
Oh, really?
yeah,
But gotta make it
gotta
difficult.
look at it. Right of way.
Well, I know if someone does drive off that, on that corner there and
They're
it's towards the well, they're gonna hit that tree.
Yeah.
Or the well.
I guess Miranda talked, now that we're talking about encroachments, if them people from Rockford called him, and you give my number, I gave him to that son-in-law, but I haven't heard, but that's gonna be a little bit touchier than just an approach.
Was it the son-in-law's number that was on the permit?
No, that was their number, I called him.
Rockford last week?
All you're talking about, the culvert, and everything could be put on the.
Yeah,
Could be put
it's a
on.
little more touchy than, yeah.
That table is.
You're saying it's not an ordinary.
I wanted a sign for done.
I ain't trying to mad, but it wasn't done, I moved it out.
Yeah,
On the agenda,
I know.
yeah, that's on the agenda today, Scott.
You want the number?
yeah.
Oh, Ken Jenkins is a contact person for it.
And he was out, and the guy said he'd give him a message, and he never did call me about it, but it needs to be looked at, really made sure before I sign, or we sign it, cause it needs a little more work than just a regular approach.
24-inch culvert.
And I did call him, Jenkins, so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is very neat. Maybe
Yeah,
till after
you'll say,
11.
wait, what?
I mean, till after 11, till you got confused.
I know, you're doing
Well,
great.
more confused. But that cement truck's out here. Alright, so we're just waiting on some folks for our 11:30 agenda items, so we got about 10 minutes here, we're just hanging out. Oh.
I really wish I could read
Have
that.
a good one. Was that the fire alarm going off?
Yeah.
Was it?
It's fire
The
yesterday,
fire
too.
alarm or?
I see that out, they're up and down there.
Okay.
That's what, Sarah said, there was one house there, I think, it's the cement caught on fire.
Uh-oh. I need that, they used to have rotary down there,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I was in high school, we used to have team dinners after a football game on Saturday down in the basement, big spaghetti and all that, chicken. It was cool down
It
there.
is cool though.
And Cheryl Bartel did some good, did she do the spaghetti or was that?
Yeah, her and Keith,
Yeah, yeah, they're good cooks.
they kind of chipped in, George Mungus chipped in and beat all the team after, well, our home games.
For rotary, she do chicken, like homemade, like rolls in them.
Yeah.
We have problems.
Club had some good food, man.
Yeah.
I lived there in high school.
Like, what would you get, chicken or?
Yeah, or even just a burger, buffalo chips, and just.
I don't know if I'd rather burger.
We all down.
Oh.
Yeah,
One of my friend's mom was a cook there for a while, yeah, we used to go in there all the time and get food.
Food, I hope.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was only like 14, 15 years old.
You looked older though.
No, I
No.
was always like a baby face when I was little. I still get carded every now and then. I'm like, thank you. I know you're just mocking me, but thank you.
It's good, right?
Yeah. Now, where was I there? Really, man? Some high school kid. There at the store or somewhere. There you go.
So the next one is. 11:21. Yeah.
Boys backwards, kids.
Oh, that's where, yeah. It's gonna be hot down there.
What is it?
Yeah,
Muggy.
100 degrees, 80% humidity.
You won't be sweating.
You're sweating that grizz out of the bobcat.
See all these little kids running around with Bobcat hats. There's so many Fairweather fans. Hope it ends soon.
Well, you gotta win it again this year.
First reading of the
Yeah,
resolution.
got Chris Bobcat at home.
Presumably.
Fill the band's a big
Now-
deal.
Well, this year.
And then that's been already.
Yeah, the grizz have to open up with, it's like.
Or they're playing Oregon State.
Is it Oregon State?
Like third game. Oh yeah, Oregon State's not there, but it's still out there. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Who do you own? I'm right.
Ennis,
This is first reading.
Yeah, they changed it because it was.
Park City. But then now Park City and Ennis switched or something, so now we got Park City week 5 and Ennis week 1.
This guy's been lifting.
Yeah.
Not very far away, is it?
No.
Hard to believe, something true.
2 weeks,
So.
start practice 14th.
Just like the court
This is crazy.
2 weeks, well, 2 weeks of yesterday, we have our parent meeting, then Friday we start practice.
It'd be fun.
Here.
We do that.
But we're in our budget for the money for the Tri-County Fairgrounds. You know, I haven't seen that letter come yet. Remember they always ask us for that thousand or 1,500? I was just thinking that.
I think we sent it to them already earlier this year, didn't we?
Well, last year we did, but usually right around about fair time, it seems like it comes through.
Yeah.
There was something, I think like in May or something, that we sent 1,500 to them. May or the beginning of June. It already came
Yeah, I
through.
remember.
Let me look for that, you guys.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the final report for the next agenda item?
No, the signed one. Never received it. I asked for it, but never received it.
Thank you.
Hopefully it shows up. Coming, right?
Definitely said.
They both are.
Looks like.
What?
Are these
So you had the, I don't know, shoot, that's final report.
If you want, and yeah, thank you.
Is what? The final report, major minor report.
Luke's coming, he said he's coming.
Couple comments on it, talk about it. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, I was gonna-
Oh, where? I'll see it. Do you?
5 minutes.
Oh, it's a wine plant, okay.
Maybe he's calling fires.
I'm gonna bring my phone there. So I'm gonna know.
And I tell you that he called him.
No. Who's going? Never. I think I was in bed. I think I was in bed.
Very well, there. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll come fix it out.
And I also see. Because of this, my loss. And father.
No? Okay.
So.
So the road, the road was 66, 577, I think it should be 66,000.
Last fiscal year.
Yes, yeah.
Wow, there.
It just, we went and I don't know if they, salaries, if they reimburse, compensated absences for the payoff of the supervisor. Cause all the payroll stuff is in the negative. So. Do that one detailed report again, probably where we can look at where it was spent.
Yeah, for the 11th there.
Yeah.
On that one, yeah.
We're gonna have a pretty big bill coming from Knife River too.
From where?
Knife River, it's the chips we hauled, I think Jim hauled. It's gonna be a pretty good deal.
So are we need
Probably in this fiscal year though.
some confirmation on back to work status?
I headed there once and I got thinking about that.
Yeah, this, you can catch your squirrel.
Didn't know we were missing on this.
He's gonna check. Becky.
No. Is it?
They stopped.
Stop there. Yeah.
See ya.
Be backing up somewhere.
How's it looking down there?
Got the,
Beautiful?
got the angle that end for.
9:30.
Took an extra week. 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit.
All right, that's my,
Why doesn't that
that's my,
surprise me?
that's my fear.
All right, well, it's 11:30, we'll jump into the agenda item. Yes, I don't know. We have a study commissioner here that come up and speak and. Yes,
Well, I'm here 11:30. Elena Gagliano, I haven't seen a copy of the final report either, sorry.
Yeah, so Luke said he was gonna be here and was gonna have it, so. I just sent him a text.
So what happens if we don't get it today? It's not on the ballot, then we'll be out of time.
Had to be today, signed today.
Yep.
Yeah, statute's clear, you need to report.
There's a house. To see if airport board got a contract with them, cause we did it in Drummond, we got it already,
Oh, yeah.
we should have done it.
I'd also like to add for the record, since we're waiting,
Yep.
as Elena Gagliano, study commissioner. There was some misunderstanding that our job ended with this report, and it didn't, and it's not. We continue to the end of this year, actually January. So as far as I'm concerned, we will have meetings and invite the public and put notices in the newspaper.
Okay.
Even after the election.
All right.
We're not, we put that in the record.
So Elena, question, why is it necessary to have meetings until after the election?
To decide whether, well, after the election, to see how the people
Oh,
voted.
right, after the
And
election.
then
What I'm asking is why have meetings before now, because you turned in or will be turning in your final report. What meetings would you be having? Why would you have meetings up until after?
because it doesn't end.
What do you mean it doesn't end? What are you talking about?
May I speak? If you look, I'm sorry, you can find the codes. And I have Sarah checking that also, because there was some confusion about the timeline and how it progresses. And we inform the public if the public has any questions. And there will be some whatever they're called. See, I don't even have a copy of it. You know, on the ballot, there's gonna be sub-issues, whatever you call it, and those, the public is still want that to happen, and that can happen, because we're not changing, per se, the form of government. We have an elected form of government, and that's what we're gonna keep. But there'll be some changes, like nonpartisan, like the number, and that can be discussed, and that can continue.
So, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they wanna meet to inform the public, that's acceptable, and then meet after the election. I did just hear from Luke, he's gonna be up here, he thought it was 11:45, so I got the time wrong there, but, so, yeah, I just.
I'm
Since we
sorry,
meet after first,
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't.
Luke will be here 11:45, he's saying,
Thank you.
with the signed version of it. And the ballot issue would be changing it from the default to the commission form, but basically the only change would be the elected official would be nonpartisan for the county, and the commission should be 4-year terms would be the ballot issue.
Yeah.
So, okay, if the ballot issue on form of government commission fails, then the only other thing that we could use would be the nonpartisan thing, because if they don't want a new form of government, then the 4-year term would be out the window.
Correct, yeah, and
But I don't think
I guess
nonpartisan would be out the
I
window.
need to double check on nonpartisan, I'm not disputing it, I just need to confirm that issue. But to be honest, I looked it up and now I can't, it's been a while, so I need to look at it.
Yeah. So with these, it's the Sarah Graham, clerk and recorder, that, you know, alternate form or plan of the government. We've been going around about this today.
So, but I mean, I
So,
don't think we need the answer.
Why do you
today.
change your language again?
no,
No,
this,
it's
this is from MCA and for the elected, and I think that, yeah, it says either changing the form of government or the plan of government. I think that this would be more of the plan, and then the sub things under the plan.
Well,
So, and if they, but isn't it?
it'd be the form to a, commission form. The, yeah,
And then the sub, so, but it,
the question, I guess, that she, Blanche has is whether nonpartisan.
Yeah.
Remains.
Cause you don't have
Uh-huh.
to change the form of government to have an issue on whether or not people should be elected, nonpartisan or partisan.
mhm.
Cause you
Wouldn't
don't
that
have to have
stand for
an
both
informed
of those
government.
questions though?
So why wouldn't
For
that?
For sure,
Yeah.
the,
Study commissioner. Just sitting here, you can see the confusion. And this is something that we're not gonna be confused with because the public had the election, there was the election, do you want a study review? They said yes, there is something wrong. And so, we have to answer these questions, and even after the election, we still should have some meetings and continue. It was the man.
morning.
Lauren, you get your name for the record, please?
Luke Ulatowski, Secretary of the Local Government Study Commission.
Elena Gagliano, study commission.
Brian coming in or just you two?
I asked him to come, but he didn't confirm whether or not.
So we'll go ahead and get rolling then, so. You got the,
No, the sign reports.
Yeah, it's all here.
Okay, yeah, if you want to submit those to the commission.
So Elena says she didn't get a copy.
I haven't scanned it yet, no. Yeah, apologize for that. But since I have to submit these today,
I can go make copies right now if you want to look at them.
Yeah,
Next month.
so we have your report that you had to submit, right? Is in there.
That should be.
It is in there,
On the last meeting we had, I submitted it, and with changes on the, majority report, and that should all be put in it. That was different.
as in,
Put them all in, not the handwriting stuff, but all the actual,
not sure what you're asking.
well, because remember there was some changes in the majority report, and I said that should be changed, and that should be changed, and the minority report would be what page 17 added. And you said, yeah, and you would review the whole thing with those changes, right?
Are you just talking the page numbers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
well, we don't have any more changes in there that we didn't approve, so.
Well, that was at our last meeting that we had, that we discussed the draft. And by the way, there were 4 drafts, I was included on 2. For the record.
Ally,
go.
come on out.
Good.
Come on up.
Really? Hello. It's the best part.
I did, I thought it was at 45. Yeah. You can come up here if you want.
Oh, okay.
Watch out for the cord.
Yeah. Blaine's just making copies of the report.
Oh, okay. Phew, just in time.
Yeah.
So the one comment's been brought up, and Elaine's brought it up. And that is that you continue to have meetings after this final report is submitted up into the election to see, and I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Well, okay,
Beyond.
yeah, see, I don't see any need for that, so. I'm against it, I don't see any need for it,
I
Elena.
know you're against it, I haven't fallen into Dan Clark, because if you look at the timeline. We still have to inform the public if they have any questions. So it just doesn't end, any elected official doesn't end after you do a job. It ends at the end of the year. And we are, for all intent and purposes, elected officials.
Well, I think if any member of the public has a question, they would certainly contact the, the clerk here and then get to us, and we could certainly answer that question. I don't think we need to meet every month to, what would we discuss?
That's what we're gonna decide.
Huh.
Okay? As an elected official, you don't make the decisions for them. And then for the record too, there could be a conflict of interest.
So,
And
as,
in a close future.
as ex officio, may I make a comment to the study commission?
Don't ask me yet.
I know my comment doesn't count, but my opinion is you are turning in your report and it's all said and done until after the election. I see no reason to have monthly meetings just to talk about thinking that people are gonna come asking questions. They'll find out what the issues are on the ballot issue. And that's my opinion. And as chairman, I would think that you wouldn't have to have, you could say, there's no reason to have meetings.
Yes, which I
It
have
would
done
have to be,
on the
it's
record.
just my opinion.
So for the
I concur.
record, you're gonna say it's up to the chairman's discretion.
Wow, she
Is
put
that
here,
correct?
For the record, what, Elena? You wanna
It's
get up
not-
here and speak a little louder?
No, it's up to the chairman's.
It is the
decision.
chairman and it's up to all
I'm
three.
just confirming, okay? I'm not here to have a debate with you. I'm confirming what he said and what you said as your opinion. It is up to the chairman's decision, and that's it.
Well, no, I think it has to be put before the study commission as a board.
Well, it already was.
If you like, if you say, if you're saying,
Excuse me, you weren't at the last
Yeah, she won't.
meeting, or you?
Certain 2 out of 3 vote, then I'm.
yeah, well, if I guess the three would vote and see if you needed meetings or not.
We
Right,
don't vote here. We already discussed this at the last meeting. I made it known for the record.
So in your last meeting, did you guys discuss that you would have,
we discussed it and both Luke and I felt it was unnecessary.
That's what he said. He made the decision on his own. We don't do it.
they both
No.
decided?
I did not make a decision on my own, 2 out of the 3 of us decided that.
Did you make, because I didn't get that.
There wasn't an official vote. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I expressed the opinion that I don't think we should have more meetings. I mean, I think you're being reasonable that, we should keep the public informed, but just under the circumstances, I don't think those, meetings would be a good use of our time.
Thank you. Well, this is not where we have this discussion. Sorry. We didn't make a formal decision. You said there was no formal decision. So, for the record.
So Blaine,
So my advice is to, accept that this is submitted and then, what was the question?
the question before we do accept this is, there's been discussion here while you're out getting copies. And their last meeting, there was no vote put to the fact that it would not be necessary to have meetings from now until the ballot issue was voted on, but they both agreed that it was unnecessary, but it wasn't official. What does that mean?
Yes, so two of the three, excuse me, two of the three commissioners decided it wasn't necessary to continue monthly meetings. But we did not do a formal vote on it. Do we need to meet again just to make that vote?
Not in my opinion, you guys should call for a meeting once you're ready for it. So either the chair or, two members of the study commission can call for a meeting. So then notice it at that time. So, yeah,
Okay, so it would take two members of the committee to call for a meeting in order to
yeah,
force a meeting?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and back to this idea of the forum versus plan, the forum would be the change to the commission form, and then the plan would be the nonpartisan, four-year
Okay.
terms. The question arose whether if the first question fails regarding the change of the, to commission form, whether you can still have nonpartisan. And I need to double check that. Definitely you can't change the term,
Right.
but nonpartisanship. I don't know if that question needs resolved today. It just needs resolved to, so the voters know what's going on here.
So does Elena need to come up and sign this?
I believe it's signed. Let's see.
Yeah, these certificates aren't signed because she did not agree with them. She signed the minority report. And that's it.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
we're
exactly.
fine. Okay.
And on that, now Elena Gagliano, what page is the minority report on? I don't see it in here, please. There is and I noticed Granite County Study to the final report in 17 certificate, that was hand changed, agreed all. I said add 18, the minority report, or as an attachment. What page is my minority report?
So these are not numbered correctly. That's on me again, sorry, but it's in here.
All right, there.
I just want to make sure I got those copies. We got in those copies.
Yeah, here it is, minority report.
No, I'll just make you
Yeah,
somebody who's copy that.
They're all are went.
It's about 8 pages in from the top, Lily.
8 pages from the top, you see one?
Yeah, something like that. Roughly.
Which one?
Oh,
17.
I got 20, page 20 on the top.
Right.
14.
I need that.
Understood. But
9. Okay, 9.
Certificates.
First browse.
Or
1.
11.
I have two number 2 pages. There's 2 pages.
All they think,
Yeah, there's room right on these.
Is it typical for the county attorney to make copies of these type of things for the commission?
What's that? What'd you say?
Is there a reason that the study commission didn't already have copies prepared?
Well, we turned in a copy of the final report. I don't know, I guess it's up to the clerk to make copies.
She didn't receive a report. She did not receive the final report in order to make copies.
Oh,
Quite a plan change, and nobody did. We were waiting for a little bit.
Stuff.
with a copy.
Oh, okay, so I guess, so Luke hand delivered it today, is that right, Luke?
Point of
Yeah,
reference.
okay, so it was hand delivered today.
Notice the confusion, point of reference for the record. And then you wonder why the public didn't turn up to the meetings that we had, because there was major confusion.
Elena, we put notices in the paper every time. All right, fair enough.
This is for the
Well,
record.
then don't bring it up. If I can't respond, don't bring it up.
I don't think it's funny.
Alright, let's move on.
There's,
Your motion,
So, just to make sure that this is all together, what are you? Would the minority report go to the very end of it? Report,
I believe it's supposed to go just before all the other certificates, and that's, I did at least have that in order, the way I did it.
maybe the county's original could be put in the order you want it to be. That'll work.
Feeling good about this then?
Yeah, I think, given the data we had, I think so.
so this is
It reflects
submitted
that.
to us, and then do we submit it somewhere? Or is it just submitted to
Well,
us?
it's also supposed to go to the state as well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So the study commission sends it off to the state of Montana. Yeah.
Is it the commission's responsibility to get it?
It'd be the, should be the study commission sending it there, but, if they need help with that or whatever, yeah.
To go back to my minority report. Actually, it should be after the majority report, when they sign that first one, whatever. So there's no confusion or it's left somewhere. Or in a case, I agree with Luke, it should be up in front before all the other pages. And from what I understand, it doesn't go to the state because it's local. It's Granite County, so.
You don't like the way this is done? Is that what you're kind of in order?
The order of it.
The order?
So
Did you
would
reorder
it,
it, Luke?
does it make
I
a
haven't
difference?
reordered.
Question, does it make a difference? if we
Yeah, I
put-
just had these all mixed up from our last meeting.
Does it make a difference if we do put the minority report at the end of the report? Or does it have to go somewhere else? She's
I
saying-
think it should go in the order that the study commission wants it in.
Whatever order, it should be for the public and not for our benefit. It should be online so the public can relate to it. It should be on the web page, so there's no confusion. Like, for the record, we're having here.
For the record,
And
I'm
my
ready.
minority, excuse me, please. My minority report says exactly why I'm not signing it. And I think that's important.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we accept this final report submitted from the Local Government Study Commission.
do I have a second?
Second it.
Public comment?
So the two copies go to the state Department of Administration by, statute.
See,
Justine Rickman, will there be any discussion of what's in the report, or this is just a motion to accept the report without discussing it?
we've already looked at the report, so we're just accepting it today. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried and passed.
I'm sorry, what was this motion? Was this the one at 11:45, 2026? Is that the motion that you're passing?
No, not the resolution, just to accept the report as submitted.
Now we're gonna go to 11:45, get it done.
Okay, and you opened it up for public comment.
Yeah.
Public comment.
I did not.
And I said,
Are you running the meeting, Paul?
Yeah. You
I'm
might,
a commissioner also.
I know, but
you
you're
might be getting expended real quick if you don't keep quiet.
You're gonna call the sheriff again?
Yes, I will.
What's so
All right.
funny about that?
This is what happens, right? I go,
You're-
it's time. I'm sorry, it's 11 good. I
All right.
didn't know that. being-
So,
Okay, so, sorry, just before we move on, just to make sure, are we done with the study commission business?
yep, we're
Okay.
going to the
And
resolution
You
now.
don't need anything more from us at this time?
Just what Blaine said, that what, 2 of those copies may be sent in?
Yeah, 2 copies of the report to the Montana Department of Administration.
Okay, and then, Miranda? No, it's Sarah. Sarah's doing our administrative stuff, right, Luke?
Yeah.
So can you ask Sarah to send those?
Sure.
You may wanna, for the resolution sake, have them summarize what the commission wants as far as the, on the ballot.
Yeah, we'll go into the resolution here and then you can summarize and be out of here pretty quick. So moving to resolution 2026-8, county resolution calling for ballot issue election. So I guess you just wanna give a quick summary of what you guys come up with.
Okay, so, as reflected in the report, we came up with the idea of putting, 3 things on the ballot, one to change to the commission form of government. And that is strictly so that we can adopt the other 2, or people can decide on the other 2, measures, which are to change the term limits for county commissioners from 6 to 4 years and make the county commissioner elections nonpartisan. So,
I'll entertain a motion on resolution 20.
So this would just be first reading.
Oh.
Next week or second reading. Sorry, so, yeah, you say public comment.
Public comment on resolution 2026-8. Right, Blanche?
So the ballot language is good then, you've looked at it, and this is,
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it does look good, it helps with the. Take some
So when we
stand
do
for-
second reading, then we'll be accepting the ballot language and the resolution.
Yeah, the ballot language is in there. I think the election administrator still has can make some, minor changes to it or whatever, but substantially the same. And it conforms to the ballot language conforms to the statute.
Public comment anywhere else?
Well, I'm not part of the public again, I'm part of the commissioners, study commissioner, Wayne Gagliano. Thank you, Wayne, for bringing it to the chair's attention that this is the first reading of this resolution 2026-8. And, no, I don't agree with it for the reasons in my minority report. And Blaine, clarification, you said something that there can be changes to this?
Non-substantive by the, election administrator. She has, I believe, my legal opinion, she has the final say on the ballot language, but it needs to substantially conform to the statute and this resolution.
Well, I think maybe she should be in here to let us know if there might be changes to it.
Next week.
I mean, we have it in the resolution,
So if there are gonna be substantial changes, it needs to be looked at this week, so you want me to go talk to her?
yeah.
I'm sorry, is Sarah to come in here? Or is that what you need to do? Oh, gotcha. Thank you. I think that's good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Okay, well.
Hi.
Hi.
I think I have,
sorry.
hi. So,
What the question is do you feel that there's gonna be any changes that needed a or is this your language going forward?
This is the, like, so, talking with Stacy, cause, from Beaverhead, she has both a city and a county one also, they're going on. And, yeah, whatever comes in, that's how we will do it. And we had talked about a couple things, just, and I understand that in all of your paperwork, it had the yes and yes. You know, the questions could be, or the answers could be yes, this, or yes, that, which, you know, and I'm looking at that going, well, that's weird because we have to do yes or no, or the for and against, but it all has to be yes and no now. So, anyway,
So
yeah, so we
what
got the yes and no for me, which I appreciate that. It still is a little different than what we normally would do, how it normally is done, but my understanding is that however how they want it is how it will be.
And this is how you want it.
This is how you guys want it. This is.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's my understanding.
So clarification, what you see is what you're gonna get on the ballot.
Correct, because that's what's in the final report and that's what has been submitted from, you know,
So then I don't understand what the resolution is about.
Just
So-
calling for the election. The statute says that the county commission will call for the election, so it's statute allows for it, resolution is following
Right,
follows the statute.
yeah, after the final report has been submitted, then the governing body call for the election in the manner that it was done before, and, so that's.
The governing body being the county
The
commission.
county commission, once the study commission has submitted the final report, is when I read it.
So there's no real reason for a first reading and a second reading. Correct. There's no changes from now until.
But I,
next reading.
The county commission has the policy resolution that says they'll do 2 readings, so just follow your own.
On the
public
agenda for 2
participation.
weeks.
yeah, but it doesn't,
Resolutions are.
right, and you never change resolutions, right, from the first reading to the second, yeah,
Well, you can't substantially change it, you need
Yeah.
2 more readings, but the
right,
statute just says, minimum of 1, but we have a public participation resolution passed by the county commission that says you'll do 2 readings. That's reason for that.
And for the record, to me, county commissioner, we're listed under government on the website. And the study commission, we're listed as government on the website. Whatever you do is your business. Whatever we do is our business. Not that there has to be, I understand what Blaine is saying, those are your rules. We have different rules as study commission and a study commission. And we're the ones that's why we last till the end of the year for any more conversations.
I agree, the
And here.
county commission's not trying to tell the study commission what to do other than wanting to know what the
We're
recommendations
just
are.
calling for the
Yeah.
ballot issue.
Just, basically following through with what the study commission's
Yeah.
recommending.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
On that note, I want to thank you for going beyond the time. And I would like to have clarification regarding that continuation of the offices till the end of the year. And that's what we're gonna be looking for.
That's all right. That's
I
all right.
agree with you on that. There's no
Thank you, Brian.
dispute on that. But calling for a meeting would be different things, but then, yeah, for sure after the election, then you have, meetings, on that.
Thank you.
That acceptable?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're certainly more willing than to do what we need to do when we need to do it. But I don't think at least 2 of us aren't willing to meet for no reason. So, yeah. If we don't have anything to do.
Okay, we'll do the second reading next week and we're behind schedule, so we'll go into our next agenda item. So thank you for getting that all.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe get
Thank
that.
you all for being on there.
Is that how you want it, Luke?
Yeah.
Start the official thing.
Thank
All
you.
right, so, you'll have
I'll shake your
Sarah to
hand.
sit next part of the administration.
That's good.
Thank you, yeah. My food.
If something does come up, the two of us, feel like we do need to be.
And I could put all these, say I want to discuss on that.
So we'll move into the encroachment permit for driveway on Proctor subdivision. Kind of talk. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, please.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's what we've talked about, and I'll try to get a hold of what Jim Kins, or, and I left messages too, and he was supposed to get back, but it's something that a person's really gotta, it's not just right.
Doing some engineering on it.
There's gonna be more to it than this, so if they have to.
Thanks.
All right. Then we'll make sure they get hold of me, would you, Amanda, please?
Yeah. So they do have the application.
They
I don't know,
submitted
I
it.
haven't got it.
Yeah, he-
Oh, yeah.
They haven't been given the permit yet.
Haven't given a permit.
Yeah, you need to vote on that, and that would be with all the conditions you're talking about. You can lay it out, there's lines for laying out all the conditions.
And I
Yeah,
think,
there's certain stuff that needs to be talked about before.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I think we should table it
Tabled it.
Yeah.
until we talk to them, get the terms.
Yeah.
Kind of discuss with them.
Yeah, we want them with specificity and the permit, so I can, yeah. help with
Yeah,
that.
cause Sam and I both looked at it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll have to go hold of the homeowner and go over it with him and.
Did you want engineer, culvert?
Well, it's
a
gotta
lot of
be,
conditions.
in our standard 24 inch, yeah, it's gotta be bigger.
Yeah,
Gotta discuss that.
and that's pretty wet in there.
Just kind of like a floodplain deal.
Yeah, if it turns back and at least the whole, I mean, it's gonna rough this place if it's on a,
Yeah, it's, we don't wanna take our road out.
Yeah, if they create a safety issue, then you, the county has liabilities for them.
it might be a longer culvert than what they expect too.
You're gonna be so high,
Yeah, the width, yeah,
your slope coming out.
sounds good. Thanks.
Table that until we hear back. Hopefully this week we'll get hold of them and discuss and get it done next week.
Yeah, on that note, Paul too, the MEC will be getting back with us and on the rock.
Pavement. All right. It's Jackie on it.
It's a granite coat on that one.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll go under 12-10 agenda item, fire restrictions in Granite County. I talked with Jackie yesterday and no one in this area has gone on restrictions yet. So it's coming, but no one else has gone to stage 1 yet.
If something, I think what's good deal on this is something really come up that, you know, we've already recognized it and then a concern that there might be an emergency 2-stage one or skip. It's never happened like that before with all the glance, but just in case with what's coming and we're supposed to have some big wins, I think we wanna just kind of be prepared, leave it every week, like I said.
How are we prepared? Do we wanna go to stage 1 right now then, or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody else isn't, so we kinda gotta go in rhythm with them, cause in the state, Mark, the DNRC, and we
Yeah.
all try to work together. Otherwise you get the conflict, well, you're not, we are, and that-
Kind of like we did last year over the 4th. We went to whatever, no one else was, so it was a big.
Yeah, we jumped through 2 and then everybody.
We had to back off, yeah, and it was.
So.
So I think one thing you need to, if you're gonna actually do stage 1, would need an emergency meeting, but you could take care of that by a motion today saying you would go to stage 1 when certain conditions are met, such as recommended by the NRC or something else.
No, we're going.
I'd make a motion that we go ahead on recommendation of DNRC if we could go to stage 1, if it was an emergency, that we, all agree. You said that, you said.
That it would just be, would not be at stage 1 yet until, DNRC recommended, and then, it would not, it'd be approved then.
That way they could call the sheriff's office and say, no, we're stable.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the resolution's already drafted, so then you just, sign it then.
I second that.
Public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried and passed.
Yeah, I think it's better to be prepared. Something happens.
You guys have any other?
You know,
I'm covered in.
So if PNRC does recommend it, then
We'll go
Miranda, if I just ask you to come in.
I'll come in and sign it.
Or you could give her authority to sign.
Yep. All right, well, no more business, then we're adjourned.